Oh, wow. It is hot as I don't know what. Here where I am, the heat index is 109 today. It's 109. And man, it is painfully hot. So I'm just going to give it a few more minutes to allow people to come in. But other than that, you don't have a choice but to stay in and stay away from all this stuff. It is something else. All right. Yeah, we're going to discuss the recent events with Kanye West and Charles Barkley. I'm sure some of you probably heard it by now. It is some crazy stuff going on. But nevertheless, this is what the new black media is for, so that we can talk about these issues in the manner that we want to hear or know the issues, and not the way mainstream news want to present it to everybody. Oh, wow. 139 people. That's wonderful. Okay. Hey, LVZ.
What's up, sis?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It's hot as
Ain't
hell.
it? I
They
was telling
say it's
everybody
about to be 108 degrees on the heat index here.
109 here in New Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it is. And it just, look, they're talking about tonight, we may be feeling temperatures at night at 97. I mean, this
Oh,
is this is just crazy.
I just caught a flat stiff. I think my tires just burnt the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
I think
Yeah.
if you got older tires on one of your cars, boy, you better hurry up and take them motherfuckers off. They
I'm
burn it
telling
up
you.
in the
I
sun.
know. I know. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a current event and just have the old gang together, me, you, Tareen, and Nicole.
Hey, it's cool.
Yeah. You know?
I'm down.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I,
yeah, it's crazy. I can't even I mean, I only been out for a brief moment. There's no way you can be out there for a long
right.
period of
I
time.
tried to change. I tried to change my tire leaves. It looked like I'm swimming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Vegas is 115. Damn.
It's 114 in Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah. Well, 99 degrees here in Maryland, 103 index. Okay.
Yeah, it's 103 on the index, but
Woo.
it's say 99. You melting outside,
Yeah, you are here too.
and
Yeah.
then they middle of the week. DC, Maryland, Virginia gonna be between 108 and 114.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all about the same as we are.
Yeah, they was. I was just reading it. They said it's gonna move all the way up there. I said we all gonna be burning up.
Yeah, we sure are. Ooh, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like 90 all week long. We don't have a break nowhere.
It's Donald Trump, you did this shit too, didn't you, you bastard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his old crazy ass. I guess he got this little game plan in his head. If he ignore COVID, it'll just go away. I think
Yeah,
this man sound like he's 5 years old for real.
yeah. He really believes you disappeared when you played peekaboo.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wasn't them kid. He
Mm-hmm.
disappeared. God damn it. Where'd
He's
he
one
go?
of them. Yeah, he's one of them kids in the schoolyard. You just wait until he's alone and you jump him.
Right.
That's what you would have done to Donald Trump as a kid.
I whooped his ass and gave him a wedgie. He didn't
Uh-huh.
look like he could fight. At least all he had to jump, you just catch him by himself and stuff his big dopey ass in the locker
Yeah,
and give his big dumb ass a wedgie. I'm gonna tell my dad. Fuck your dad.
yeah, yeah.
That's all he say.
Oh, True Royals here. True Royals in the house. How you doing?
I'll tell you where you at.
I'm good. How's everyone?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm working on Lisa's cherries.
You working on them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right now.
I got some red and some yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KD, did you get the link I sent you?
Ooh, these some good cherries, Lisa.
Oh.
I don't want them to go bad, so I'm just gonna eat them for you.
Oh, we got Santee in the house. How you doing, Santee?
Santee been over there ripping them up.
Yeah, I know. He up there terrorizing these people. Woo,
man, he been slaying.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Santee? I see you're muted. He's gone. Let's try this again.
Shoot, it had the nerves to rain a little bit this morning up here in the Bay Area.
Man, we ain't seeing no rain over here. We ain't seeing no rain.
I know y'all getting that heat wave.
Yeah, it's kicking our asses too.
Yeah. They try to turn it into the desert over here, True World.
It sure is.
Yeah. Gotta stay up under that air condition.
So, True World, the air condition set at 70, but my house won't go live at 75. That's how hot it is outside.
Yeah. How you doing, Santee? Can you get on?
There's two of Santee's there.
Yeah, he got two.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I didn't know.
Okay,
you got a twin.
I got a twin. I absolutely do.
All right.
I'm trying to get out of one of them to get one of them off of here. Not sure if I did it yet.
Well, you want me to do it? Let me see if I can do it.
The one I'm not talking on, right?
I got it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. Feeling refreshed and all that good stuff. I'm feeling pretty good. How y'all been?
We've been LVZ and we were talking about how it's burning up where we are. It's burning up.
It is. I mean, at least the temperature over here in Maryland is just it's you walk across the street and come back and your shirt is glued to your back.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right.
Sure is.
It is crazy here. All right. Well, I sent a link to KD. I don't know if he sees it. Let me see if I'll send you another one, KD. I don't know what's going on there, man. Let's see here. I'll send you another one, KD. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna discuss. Wait, what's open? Okay. I must remind True Royal of food because every time I talk to her, she gotta eat. It's just like Loretta. When I changed the litter box, she all of a sudden got to go take a shit right immediately. I said, "Do I remind you of that or something?"
One of my cats do that, Lisa. You clean that litter pan out, he gonna go in there and christen it.
Well, you know what? It was hot yesterday, and I think it got so much. I think it got to be too much for her because she came in here and got right under the air conditioning with me.
That got good sense.
I was like, "Girl, I said, you know where to be, don't you? You know where the air is."
Yeah,
they got the suspect that shot at that judge or something went down.
Yeah,
that happened in New Jersey. Yeah. Hey, KD. Shout out to KD. How you doing?
Shalom, Lisa. What up, Busy? What up, True Roy? What up, Santee? How y'all doing?
Gravy, man, gravy. We here.
Yeah. Well, I did invite Nicole's View, but she's working, so she won't be able to join us. But the next time we do a current events, I'm definitely going to invite her.
Yeah, I'm on my brand new phone. How it sound?
Sounds good.
Sound good.
So far,
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We gonna get started. We got 283 people. I know that number's gonna go up, but this is where we are now, which is a good start. Shalom to everybody in the chat. I be snacking sometimes. Yeah, I do. Especially, you can best believe I'll do it if we have like a real long hangout. Oh
Right.
yeah, I be snacking.
Y'all hear me smacking?
Mhm.
Yesterday I was out there
We hear
eating.
you smacking. We hear you smacking. I hear you smacking
I'm a-
all the time.
I'm gonna go ahead and keep it 100. I do be eating some cold green grapes on this
You
thing
get them
too.
Cheez-Its. You know my son can tear them Cheez-Its up. Now look at Santee with the Cheez-Its.
Oh yeah, man.
Yes, indeed.
I'm working on
it. I had 2 damn shrimp tacos yesterday when I did a live. So look, they know what I do.
Hey, yeah.
I had to sit right there. I'll make a salad and be doing it live. They know.
Me too. I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
One time it was just me and True Royal on one. I had invited her over and we just did it together. I had a big old thing of cherries, a big old thing of grape juice, and we did that live stream.
That's right. We got to have our proper utensils. Look, we got to have our nourishment.
Yeah.
I mean, look, for real. If you want us going ham, we gotta have our best shit.
You know what I did, Lisa? I ordered some of that hibiscus, the flowers, and I soaked. You know, I got a pound of it because that's the first time I ever bought it, and I sweetened it with grape juice. That shit on point. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things we take advantage in doing. In fact, I made my own rose water 2 nights ago before it started frying outside. I got all the rose petals off and I threw them in water and I made my own rose water.
That sounds good. That sounds real good.
Because they're gonna burn up out there anyway. I might as well use them. I couldn't dare throw some sugar up on something like that. And I got that one straight from Egypt. That stuff is good. And I said, I ain't going to the store buying a cup or the little restaurant and stuff. Stay out of these people's stores as much as possible and order. Rose water is good for your hair and skin. And all you got to do is just boil the rose petals and make your own. And you can just put it in a bottle or a jar of whatever you have at home. And I just store mine in the refrigerator. And whenever I do my hair, I'll just rinse with it. And you can even spritz it onto your skin. It's really good for your skin. Gives you a nice glow and everything. Thank you, Love Queen, for the super sticker.
I got that rose glow. Just let it shine through. Just let the rose glow.
So
my bad. Yeah, no, I'm talking about that rose glow. Because when you use that rose water, you get that rose glow.
Yeah, you get a glow. I mean, it's really.
You're making me always think about that movie Coming to America.
Oh,
I know, I just remixed. I just chopped this through. Come on now,
yeah.
Come on now. You know nephew was talented.
Oh yeah.
Come on, LBC.
And you know nephew ain't no Kanye West now.
Yeah, that's right. Now I got a new name for him, and I'll show you why I'm gonna call him this, LVZ. LBZ is singing with that high voice. He's hiding an 8-octave voice. He got an 8-octave voice, and he's just trying to hide it from us.
I wish I did have an 8-octave.
That's a mini Ripperton voice.
Man of 1,000 impressions. Y'all know it.
Well, I'm gonna pay for it later, but they were so damn good while they was going in.
That's all right. It's good for you when they coming out too. You ain't
never lied. Just when you go in a deep sleep, you gotta get your ass up. You be walking the floor all night.
No, because
those are good reasons to go, though. That's a good reason to go.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because when I get up and go to work, I'm like, them damn chairs, oh Lord.
Yeah, they kick it in.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, we gonna get started.
Let's break it down.
Man, two people that probably gonna irritate the hell out of us, but we gonna talk about them today. Now, we're gonna start with Charles Barkley. Now, we know how Charles Barkley roll. Whatever position the black community's on, he takes the opposite position. I mean, this man is so obvious, it's not even funny with his big bald-headed ass.
Right.
So, according to white supremacists and Charles Barkley, black folks are never right. Okay? We are never right about anything. So we know what position he's taking. He's taking the position and protecting the Jews. That's what he's doing. And black people, we need to learn how to adapt to them. That's his message. We need to adapt to them. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll get started.
I'm about to split some flames tonight.
All right, y'all. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Put my
and then we'll talk about Kanye West.
Cray on top of
Kanye. Man, that fool Kanye on the deep end, man.
No, KD. No, listen to me, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of him all choked up and crying. It's Kanye West. Okay.
I mean, he worse than his children. They be looking at Pops. He over there crying like a baby. Say, Daddy, what's wrong with you? Oh man.
All right, here.
So y'all said he worse than them damn mams he be crying for. He worse than them babies they got.
Oh Lord.
All right, here we go with Sir Bald-headed Charles with his "I agree with the white man" message.
White people hip to that bullshit. They know they know a coon when they see one. They use them for what
all right, let me start all over because you're kind of talking through it. Hold on.
Excuse me.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, I didn't realize the video was playing. Excuse me.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's start all over.
Listen, Deshaun Jackson, Steven Jackson, Nick Cannon, Ice Cube. Man, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, y'all want racial equality. We all do. I don't understand how insulting another group helps our cause. And the other person called.
Now, don't the black community get insulted all the time?
Every day.
All the time, right? We've been insulted for 500 damn years. Right? Nobody worries about it doing anything to their cause or what it does to us. Nobody gives a shit. But
this is my thing. Do this fathead don't even know what they said? Because people keep saying they insulted Jews. What did they say?
Nothing but the truth.
I went and listened to the shit.
Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. We are the real Hebrews. That's what they said. All right.
And I got a question. Who the fuck is speaking for equality? I don't want equality with these motherfuckers. We already are better than them. So why the fuck do we want to be equal with them?
Well, you know what it said in the word. Ye be separate. Ye be separate.
All right, let's continue.
Is she playing it?
To be prejudiced also, especially if we're asking for white folks to respect us.
We ain't asking for that. When did we ask for? We haven't asked for anything but our reparations.
And leave us the fuck alone.
Right. We don't ask them for nothing. Give us our money. That's what we're entitled to.
He's projecting his personal thoughts onto black society. That is exactly what he's speaking on. In his mind, to get a pat on his bald head from white mommy and white daddy, that's a plus. You know, that's a bonus. That's a doggy biscuit.
No, that's not a plus. That's the ultimate goal.
There you
Yeah.
go. Right. So he's projecting how he personally feels about the matter onto black society. I mean, cooning for that long, you're mentally buck broken. So there's no way
But
for him
nah,
to ever possibly understand.
Yeah.
and you're right, Fancy. He did just snitch on himself. He just said, and look, this all you got to do is watch that damn NBA. Watch that Inside the NBA. Kenny and Shaq laugh at his stupidity all the time. As long as Ernie don't laugh at him, he fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let's go on.
Give us economic opportunity and things like that. I'm so disappointed in these men, but I don't understand how you beat hatred with more hatred. That stuff should never come up in your vocabulary, and it should never come up in your heart. I don't understand it. I'm never going to accept it.
So it's okay for the whole world to hate us. But first of all, like you said, none of these men were expressing hate towards them. They were simply saying we were the real Hebrews.
Right.
How the hell does that equate to hate towards another group? That's what I don't get from him or anybody.
Yeah. And he disappointed in them, but he would never fix his mouth to say that to the enemy.
Right. Right.
His greasy ass.
Why is it always is some old liver lip non-talking ass nigga coming out here talking about we want respect from the white man, we want white folks? Look, who died the other day? God, come on.
Yeah.
And Mother Clinton, God, come on.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go on. It's painful.
All this fool really doing is protecting his bag. I know what he's saying. So I love the white man's money, so I'm gonna just spread my hate towards these niggas. You fucking buster. Man, I can't stand this fool.
Now, well, get in line, KD, because I can't stand them either.
For real.
And I'm asking you guys, I'm begging you guys, man. You guys are famous. You got a platform. We got to do better, man. I want allies. I don't want to alienate anybody. And
now, why do we have to have white allies? I'm just asking why. Why does he feel that that's what the black community need?
Well, no, that's what he need because his ugly ass wife is white.
I
don't look at that every day. He has to look eye to eye with that every day.
Right.
And
you see what I'm saying? He got that big gorilla witch right there.
Gorilla witch. Oh, damn.
Check it out.
Gorilla witch we look at every motherfucking morning. So I need white allies to keep the gorilla witch off of me.
Check this out.
I need for these punk ass Edomites to fall the fuck off. That's what I'm pushing for. Fuck all this holding hands shit.
Yeah, well, give us back what you stole, then fall off. Okay,
now,
that's how I see it.
Charles Barkley just told on himself. He said, "I'm begging." So that's what he do when he around the enemy. So he's saying he willing to get on his knees. I'm gonna just leave it right there. That's it.
All right, let's go on.
And to take shots at the Jewish race, the white race, I just don't like it because it's not right, and I had to call him on it because it's really been on my heart.
Okay, so that's all it is. That's all we need to hear. You know where Barkley is taking this. So we're supposed to grovel and beg and have allies. And what does he mean, the Jewish race and the white race? Jews are white.
That's not Jewish is not a race, you baseball mitt-head having motherfucker.
For them, it's just a religion because they're not the people. It's just a religion. But they're white. What are they if they're not white? Why?
And who has Mr. I'm not a role model? This is what he said. Who is he to delegate authority amongst black society? All right, this is shit he did while he played the game. Spitting on motherfuckers, throwing people through windows and shit. Hey, it's all good, right? It's cool. I want some Jack Johnson shit. It's all good, right? But don't fucking fix your lips to turn the black society to tell us a motherfucking thing. You did away with us years ago.
This clown is forever on his knees giving these damn Edomites BJ every time he damn near speaks. It's sickening.
He can't help it. He loves balls in his jaws.
He's a guaranteed go-to coon. He is one of the names on the list to be called when Negroes are out of hand.
He might well be a squirrel. He
forever finding nuts on that one.
Yeah.
Right. He might well be a squirrel, mouth full of nuts. I hate this son of a bitch. I hate him. I hate.
Yeah, I don't like him either, but he's so obvious. No matter what position the black community take, he makes a concerted effort to always go on the opposing side of everything.
Right. Ain't this the cocksucker that called George Zimmerman Mr. Zimmerman and said, oh, it was a different dynamic and Trayvon beat the hell out of Mr. Zimmerman. It's a slippery slope.
LVZ. What the hell is in Charles Barkley's mouth every time he speaks?
I don't know. He only got a mouthful of marbles, don't he?
Yeah,
I told y'all he got the white man nuts in his mouth. He's so delicious. Oh, y'all black people need to be quiet. Master got some good old balls.
Thank you, PDG, for the super sticker.
That's why these mush mouth niggas, you notice, is always these mush mouth niggas, like KD say every morning they give them BJ. That's why they talk like that. That's why John Lewis talk like, oh God, man, God,
oh, don't get me started on that fool. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something real quick. I'm just gonna go spiritual on y'all just a bit because this was revealed to me less than an hour. It ain't even been an hour. I was thinking about the enemy's behavior, and then it clicked in even deeper. We listening to this coon do what he usually do, buck. And what was revealed to me is when it comes to the enemy, they fear us more than they fear the creator. And I'm also seeing, because I usually call them the enemy supporters, they have that same type of mindset and stuff. You got to really just think about this, because these folks are very defiant, and but I get, they didn't got away with doing what they have been doing so long, and they see us out and about, they really fear us. And that's just amazing to me when that came to me, that their sheer arrogance, they won't show any, I often say you're going to submit eventually. You're going to submit. But let me finish.
Yeah, how you doing, Taurine?
These folks, the enemy, because more stuff is being revealed, things we already knew, and some things maybe we didn't know about since this coronavirus has came out, and we're seeing how defiant they get down, and they're not concerned with, they don't even seem to be concerned about the wrath, but they always preoccupied what we doing. And my husband said this the other day. He said they doing the same damn thing. They eating, drinking, and being merry. So they want to go out in a blaze of glory, like they got an opiate addiction. They don't want to deal with reality, but they want us to deal with reality, and they want to hold our feet to the fire while you popping pills, drinking, or shooting up, or whatever you're doing, because they can't face reality. I'll leave it right there.
How you doing, Taurine?
Hey, how are you doing?
All right.
How you doing, Taurine?
T-double-R in the house. What up, cuz?
What's good, bro?
What's going on?
Brother Arlen Rain, it's good to see you.
Yeah. Hey, we just got finished talking about Charles Barkley. Did you ever get a chance to hear what he said?
Yeah, I actually talked about it in my last live stream when I was talking about the whole Nick Cannon situation.
Uh-huh.
So everything that y'all were talking about because I caught the tail end of it. I had already knew what he said.
You know, no defense, but what the hell is up with that pink head covering that Nick Cannon keep wearing?
Right, I keep saying that too.
What the hell is up with that?
You know what?
Look like he just came out of a bottle.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. It didn't, LVZ. He stole it off the set of Good Times.
Shit, off of who? Thelma?
No. They mama. She always wore that shit on her head. Remember?
No, I just remember her with the little short cookie bush. That's all I remember. Auntie, I don't remember nothing but Florida's short cookie bush.
I see him with that thing on his head, I think of Florida.
Every time I see that nigga, I think of Three Witches. I'm like, man, if I could just rub that lamp, this nigga Nick Cannon would grant me all my wishes.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I went and looked up his net worth. He worth $50 million, and he's scared, running around here scared to death to stay in favor with the enemy.
Well, he got dragged pretty badly out on Twitter, and I did participate in dragging him out there.
That's what his ass
I ain't gonna lie.
I keep telling you, Terrell, it's all about Lucifer's plate. They want all them unworthy ass crumbs off the plate.
See, it go right back to what I just said. Even the folks that look like you and I, they more worried about staying in favor with the enemy, and they don't seem to fear the creator at all.
Chris Clipper, Nick Cannon ain't got no balls. And see, that's what upsets me the most. This dude claims he knows he's a Hebrew, right? Mm-hmm. And then when he got fired, and to me, once you get fired, you don't have a damn thing to lose, right?
Yeah, you're not obligated.
He gonna go and apologize and still lap up on their ass, but you want to get upset now that you getting dragged by everybody?
They wasn't gonna hire your punk ass. Thank you. They wasn't gonna hire your punk ass back. Right. You should have stood on your motherfucking square with your proof.
Once you say what you gonna say, you stand firm on that shit. Fuck them.
You gotta stand on your square. My father was talking about that. He called me the other day. He said, "You see this punk ass shit Nick Cannon did, son?" I said, "Yeah, I seen it." That he said, "Type of motherfucker gonna take back that he a Hebrew and then have a Jewish rabbi on there to school him on what real Hebrew? You can't tell me what a real Hebrew is."
LVZ, let me just ask you this. What the fuck do we need to be schooled on? The Holocaust was white on white crime. What the fuck do we have to be schooled on?
Exactly. We supposed to sit there and go, yeah, that's terrible what them white folks did to y'all. You know what was even more terrible? That my great-grandfather went over there and fought so y'all could get all the gains that y'all got, and that nigga came back home and had to live in the projects for the next 60 years.
Right. Now, KD, what does the Most High say about cowards?
They will be put to death. Yahweh does not deal with cowards. And let me add on what you just said, Lisa, in regards to what this fucking punk ass rabbi said. Even evil ass Hitler know who we are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what they hated when Deshaun Jackson posted that quote on his Instagram page. They hated the name Hitler. Everything else was just that name that they couldn't see. You know what's so funny? They love to like pick and choose what part of our history can go in history books, even when they do put it in there, they pick and choose and mess that up. Mm-hmm. But they want us to learn about the Holocaust so much and have no problem throwing Hitler in there. But you hate when Deshaun Jackson put that up there. So the only thing they like about Hitler is when they can use it to their narrative to feel oppressed, but not when it's actually pushing facts.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But why don't they ever bring up that Hitler killed black people? See, I don't use Hitler. I
got that.
I was over there. And when I was over there, okay, for a while. I lived in Germany. They had a marker in the ground, y'all. They had a marker in the ground for 1,100 Nigerians that they killed. over there in Germany during the Holocaust.
And they always tell you about the 50,000 Ethiopians.
Yeah.
And man, Slim.
I have the book LVZ and a lot of pictures in them too. Ooh, they grew.
But my thing is, look, you could tell me about the Holocaust, like Lisa say. That's white on white crime. That's something y'all did. How the fuck am I anti-Semitic when I'm the one fighting Nazis right now?
Mm-hmm.
That don't make sense. Y'all help fund them. Some of your people help fund the Nazis. Is that anti-Semitic? And KD, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think no black man should ever quote nothing Hitler said. Fuck Hitler. I don't need no white man to quote shit about me. I would never. That was my biggest problem. I was like, nigga, you didn't need to quote.
We don't need to quote from
hold up, BZ. I agree with you there, but my real point is, if Nick Cannon want to be schooled by anybody, just look at that quote. You know what I'm saying? I'm not co-signing the shit Hitler did. I'm just telling Nick to look at his quote. That's it.
They said that the cracker never even said it for real.
I see everybody trying to get it. Can I make a quick point? Look, with the position of Nick entirely, top to bottom, all right, power respects power. You know, as Jason Black said yesterday, look, they're going to come for you regardless. They're coming to get your black ass. It doesn't matter how much you buck dance or whatever the case is.
That's right.
To take your interviews off the internet. Powerful, good, enlightening interviews that could teach somebody something. Or to sit back and to put out these statements of apologies. It doesn't mean shit to white.
No, it don't. No, it don't. And you know what their goal is?
Coming for you.
And Santee, another thing. You know what their goal is, even after that apology, is to keep him from getting any more work. They gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, they
resources entirely off. To put you gotta containers to say, hey, if once white mommy and white daddy cut you off, there is no more resources to eat off, and that's a goddamn lie. But the black community,
we gotta folks gotta look at these apologies. Folks gotta look at these apologies for protecting the bag. That's all these apologies are, protecting their damn bag.
That's not the truth, KD. I'm gonna tell you. Well, hold up, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all why it's not the truth. Okay, you wasn't protecting the bag because you was already fired. People was trying to say, "Oh, he protecting the bag for the Masked Singer, so he could keep that job, which he ended up keeping." This why is that's bullshit. What True Roy just said is absolutely correct. This is why that's bullshit. The Masked Singer is on Fox. How many Fox anchors on Fox News have said things that they said were anti-Semitic, and all they did was give them a week off, and the next week they came back.
Right.
So he was never going to lose that job. This is who Nick Cannon was. I showed y'all yesterday on my live. I'm sorry y'all missed it. I'm gonna send it to Lisa right now. It was Bomani Jones. And when they was on what was that shit? I'm gonna send it to your email, Lisa. What was that shit? Highly questionable. And Nick Cannon was on there, and they asked Nick Cannon about being a Laker fan. He said, "No, I'm a Clipper fan." He said, "Hold, fuck you, a Clipper fan. What about Donald Sterling?" And Nick Cannon, this before Donald Sterling got in trouble. Nick Cannon tap danced around the whole Donald Sterling thing.
Wow.
Talk about he'll take his money and everything. They said, "Oh, I'll take his money." Yeah, I mean, don't you take his money?
I wanted to add something to this, and I've been harping on this for a while. You know, like when they bring up reparations and stuff, you know, I always use Elizabeth Warren, for example. They'll start throwing up in our face, well, what about, you know, the white people in the Appalachian Mountains? What about this group? What about that group? And see, what irks them is to see us stand alone to receive anything. So you want to so-called appeal to our nature and have sympathy for these other ass groups, because how I look at it in this dying system, if Esau ain't thrived in the system that they put together for them, that's on them. You know, they need to take care of their own and stuff, and they fear that. And we've been harping on this for eons, and we got an example of it because they're still playing, talking about this reparations shit, and it's always the same thing, a fucking program, you know. And what people need to understand is when they say they allocate dollars for certain things like that, that is not a guarantee. Because now that I remember, it happened in Chicago, I think back in the 60s. They had gave some grants to gang members, you know, giving them training and all this kind of stuff, and they purposely set it up to fail. It purposely.
Now, let me just make this point. Now, Nick Cannon should have learned a lesson. Now, one thing, when they kick you out, you can't come back. Look at what they did to Kaepernick. That being said, Nick should have just held his ground on what he said.
He should have held his
neck. At this point, you didn't have nothing to lose.
He chopped his own balls off, Lisa.
Hold up. What did I teach y'all? I taught y'all this a long time ago. You can't trust nobody. Let me show y'all this picture. You can't trust nobody that smiles like this. Okay? Let me show you. Look at that. Look at that. I can see his molars. That's that I love the white man Grant. I sent you the video too, Lisa.
All right.
You see how he humiliated himself in the process? He chopped off his own balls.
Power respects power. If you come around fumbling and bumbling, it's time for you to take care of business. You didn't put yourself out there with 1,000 interviews and stuff like that.
Santine, you can answer this. You can answer this quick question real quick. Okay, when you join a gang, you can't straddle the fence. You got to be fully in the gang. Even
you must.
You can't straddle. So what I'm saying, even us Hebrew Israelites, our Father wants us on fire. Not either you hot or you cold. You can't be in the damn middle, because once you opt to get out the game and they whoop your ass out, they gonna nitpick you for the duration of your life. And that's what he just did. He's a man with no country.
But that's if they let you live. I mean, being a part of a gang, if we're just talking about that, immediately is showing your allegiance. That's you sitting here and talking, even if we're talking in the course, I'm still on what you're talking about. We're talking about allies and things like that. That's immediately showing your allegiance. Putting yourself on the line 100%, because once you go black, of course, you never go back. There's no acceptance anywhere else. You are officially ours. And once we don't respect you, you pretty much demonized by the entire fucking society that you breathe air in. So
and even to that point, even J. Edgar Hoover said the biggest threat to them is our fucking unity. That's just it right there.
See, Nick Cannon did some things on so many levels that we can't trust him ever. I don't care if he make a 360 and I had it, blah, 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 and whoop, 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 whoop. No, what you did was you had the right energy. And when you reverse back, you didn't kill that energy, because our folks gonna back you up. You stand firm on your position.
And you'll eat well, and you'll have a decent life, and you'll be doing all right. Just being taken care of by blacks.
But here's my problem. Now, wasn't it Deshaun Jackson? They wanted to fly him over to Auschwitz to see the Auschwitz. Why? Why don't we fly some of y'all from Israel into the hood so you can learn about us? I mean, wait a minute. How was this shit one side? That's what I want to know.
I want them to pick some fucking cotton.
Now, see, look, I was just about to say, look.
What I'm saying is, why is this shit one-sided? Why are we learning everything about them?
I'm about to say, Lisa, we got to make it fair. We'll go to Auschwitz and go through the gas chamber. But this is what I want y'all to do, right? I want y'all to catch a boat from Africa over here at the bottom of it. Then when you get here, pick cotton. Look, I only want you to do this for about a month. Then when you get here, pick cotton. After that, I want you to then not be welcome nowhere for the rest of your time here. And then I want you to go to the hood and see how we live, because that's the only way you can get a microcosm of what we really.
They have to have a full experience. A full
Exactly.
I don't know if y'all saw. I don't know if y'all saw.
You're not gonna pick no cotton for no one damn day.
Go ahead, Tareen. Go ahead.
I don't know if y'all saw that article, but now they pretty much marked Nick Cannon, Ice Cube. They've already been marked Minister Farrakhan and Diddy with that article saying that the rise of black celebs and anti-Semitism. I said, yep. Now they're trying to push it more mainstream, because they've always said it for years that we were the most anti-Semitic people and everything like that. And now they're pushing it more mainstream with that particular article, which was nothing more than a hit piece anyway.
You know why they do?
You know what they have been. What the point I want to make is they have been dragging down Minister Farrakhan forever now. If you notice, every time there's a synagogue shooting, for the next couple of days, they're talking about Farrakhan. Farrakhan didn't shoot nobody. He wasn't up in no synagogue. He didn't do nothing, but they do this every single time.
And it's always one of their own shooting up the damn synagogue.
Now I'm about to say, that be the gangster shit. It be a white dude that do the shooting. Yeah. He totally right. Then they bring up Minister Farrakhan. Like he was listening to him.
And see, they did the same thing with Deshaun Jackson. When all that stuff came out, what did they say? Minister Farrakhan.
Yeah, because
what kid? Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead, Kid. Go ahead, Kay.
What kills me is that they manipulated the term Semitic when it's really Shemitic. Right. See, they manipulated that term and twisted that bullshit in their favor when they stole it from us. We're the true Shem. We're the true line of Shem.
Yeah.
They stole that shit from us. What the fuck is Semitic? It's Shemitic.
And all Nick Cannon had to do to shut it down was do what Tamika Mallory did. Point out in my statement, what did I say in there that was so offensive?
Yeah.
And he could shut all of that down, but he panicked because he didn't know what the hell to do.
Yeah. That was a knee-jerk reaction. That was a knee-jerk, because I listened to the whole damn thing.
Yeah, but you can't take it back, though. True Royal. I mean, think about it. He can't
killed it. He killed it. He the one that killed it. Because we would have backed him up. You got to stand firm on that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I was saying what I was saying earlier. He don't have no faith in the Creator. He got faith in the enemy. He more worried about what the enemy gonna do to him than our Father.
That's Lucifer's plate, True Royal. Lucifer's plate.
And saying they're going to go snitch y'all folks, and that's equivalent to saying I'm willing to snitch and cooperate.
There you
and
go.
Then the DA, hey, we don't need you anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, the shit that got me was he said we turned our back on him when he the one that backtracked the statement, and we the one that backed him up when he was in the shit. See, that's how I look at it. I look at it like, motherfucker, you turned your back on us. You stupid motherfucker. All these people that had you ain't had no confidence in the people who made you rich, who made you famous. Ain't no white people make you famous. We the ones that
and also watch your damn show. And also watch your damn show to make you famous.
But LVZ, you said something earlier that I've been harping on for about a week now. That's real deep to me. Okay, that Negro almost got hung by them white people. And the only thing that he's concerned about is they don't like him. And I was telling Lisa, I said, if those white boys came to him and said, "Oh, we apologize, we was drunk, and we lost our way and stuff," and give that Negro a hug and pat him on the back, he'd be cool with him. I'm cool with that. That's how Nick Cannon is getting down. He want to stay in favor. A pat on the back.
You talking about that buster from Indiana that always fucking smile and glad he got his little ass position?
I did the video on him. He was more concerned about the position that he has because he works for the county. So he think he's special, and he's more concerned about letting these white people know I'm a good black guy and all this kind of stuff. I mean, It ain't always
I'm gonna say
that.
I'm gonna say this on the behalf of real brothers. That dude from Indiana is a straight up bitch.
Joe is.
Oh well, we knew that. we knew that
when people went to his Facebook page.
And then and one more thing, so we don't lose train of thought. So he more pissed with us, and he won't show that fucking anger to them, and we backing him up.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You don't spin on a dime like that, and we got your fucking back.
But he got pissed off because he was being dragged out there on Twitter, and I wrote him. I even wrote him, letting him know. Well, what good did it do for you to apologize? Did they give you your job back? Mm-hmm. You know, you ain't going to gain. I said you ain't going to benefit at all.
He pulling that same shit Oprah put was hollering hateration when she was over there dragging Michael Jackson. Fuck her. Hateration? Bitch, you know you done messed up in the community. Ooh. And you don't get no chances. You only get one you mess up one fucking time, you stay over there. Cause you dead as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, who are you talking about?
Oprah.
Oprah and all of them. She didn't like the feedback that she was getting when she pulled that stunt and shit on Michael and all that kind of shit.
The Neverland shit when she got the lying white dudes out there, the bullshit on Michael when they was lying trying to get a come up. We knew Oprah was full of shit.
We knew that. Yeah.
I even saw Gayle King defend Michael Bloomberg, so fuck her too for that COVID shit. And
LVZ, Tito's son, because we interviewed them and all that stuff. He said he had been telling the family, don't trust that bitch, and nobody wouldn't listen to him. And remember when Oprah came to interview the family, and they seen Papa Joe, and she gonna like, what are you doing here? I said, no, she didn't say that.
Nah, because I never saw it because I never was really a big Michael Jackson fan, and I hated Oprah Winfrey. So it was really
she disrespected a black man on national TV.
That was Oprah Winfrey.
That's how she built her career.
Yeah, that's how Oprah rose.
I'm about to say that's how she always get down.
She thought was beneath her.
I don't care how she get down. I don't
Let
give
me
a fuck.
Let me tell you something. See, I don't be shocked or outraged about the shit because these people have been off my list a long time ago.
Well,
like I never. Let me finish. I never fuck with Oprah since Color Purple. I never fuck with that bullshit ass every nigga is a wife beater movie. I never liked that movie, and I never liked her. I never liked her show full of white people in the audience. I never liked nothing about her. And then the kicker for me, see, everybody else kicker was this shit with Michael Jackson. No, I've been knew who the bitch was when she did that to Eric Benet and everybody that Halle Berry ever dated. And the bitch never mentioned that them same niggas, when they left Halle Berry, had long-lasting marriages with black women who had good sense. So I knew Oprah Winfrey didn't give a fuck about us a long time ago.
No, what I'm trying to say is, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Oprah Winfrey. Any black person that pulls that shit, we can't just dismiss it like that. We got to throw it up in their damn face every time, because then it's a level of acceptance. It's like, oh, there's that coon right there. That's the motherfucker right there. You can't trust him right over there. You see him over there? Yeah, that's
exactly. And you give them all the attention that they have desired for over the years. All right, it's like, hey, look at me. I'm over here cutting up. I ain't like the rest of these niggas. Oh, you ain't, huh?
All right. I'm just glad the rest of the world are caught up the way I've been, because I've been a hater for so long in my life that I don't even give a fuck what people say.
No, you're not a hater.
But it's not. See, what you got to understand is that's what society called. I can live with it. I don't give a fuck because I understand what I see.
Yeah.
And when I understand what I see, can't nobody take me off of what's going on. So that's what Nick Cannon's problem is. See, he didn't understand what he saw. Nobody can take you off your square when you understand.
That Negro got scared. He didn't even give himself time to process the shit. So he too busy trying to satisfy this group of people over here and shit. My father always told me, go do your own thinking. Don't make hasty decisions.
All right, these I'm gonna try to tell you these. Look, Nick, like Lisa told him, what the fuck did you gain, nigga? Your dumb ass still got fired, and we don't fuck with you. What you gonna do now?
Yeah, you know, it's like on the level, like we'll get fired on one of our jobs. It's like, oh, I'm fired. Yeah, you fired. Well, fuck you and everything. Yeah. That motherfucker out real good as you walking off the job.
No bullshit.
See, family, what LVG just pointed out, this is what the fuck you get for straddling the fence. Either you stay on one side or stay on the other. Straddling the fence, you will lose both sides.
Well, you know what, KD, we know, we've been in the truth for a long time. You know damn well the Most High don't accept no fence straddler. And we don't know you don't do no halfway this and halfway that. You're either all the way in or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
He even stated that lukewarm people get spit out.
Yeah.
He don't rock with no lukewarm people either.
Man, there's no way he should have sold out for those folks. It's no way. All right, y'all.
He got that call. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because I forgot. Didn't he say somebody called him and said he was going to educate them on the Holocaust?
No, he didn't get no call from no rabbi. He got a call from somebody else.
On Twitter, he was talking about a rabbi.
He was sitting there.
He got another call. He
on the show, Lisa. He had the motherfucker on the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just going by what I saw on Twitter.
Yeah. I know what Torian's saying. He did get that one too. That's why the rabbi, I'm going to send Rabbi Rabinowitz over there, and he's going to get you right.
He got that call from that person that sounds and looks like Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, y'all. We're going to get on to Kanye West.
Oh, Lord.
Kanye. Yes, we getting a Kanye, y'all. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen.
I need some breast milk. I wasn't breastfed as a baby.
Oh, y'all ready for Kanye?
Yeah, he needs.
Okay. Okay, now Kanye is going through many stages, and he recently did a rally, what he calls, or running for president in South Carolina. And he made a point to say Harriet Tubman did not ever free the slaves. What she did was kidnap them and gave them to other white people, which is a bold-faced lie. Now, it's pretty bad when you put a statement out and even white people have to correct you on it. You know that's pretty fucked up.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
All right, here we go, y'all.
Harriet Tubman. Well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
You see that shit?
What is this Negro on?
And when he started pause, he started to look like he started to glitch.
Yeah.
Because when he saw them white people went, what?
Yeah.
Lost his damn mind.
Mm-hmm.
Look, even conservative white people that was in the audience, because it wasn't no liberal white people in the audience.
And that cry that he did the whole ugly cry. I'm like, it's like he went from one. It's like he jumped from one personality to the next. It was like watching that movie Split.
You know, Kim Kardashian said he weird as fuck.
Speaking of her, and I'm glad you brought that up because I had got a notification like right before I got onto this panel where it said she was mad at him reportedly because he brought up their daughter in this rally to try to make a point.
Well,
Yeah.
he pissed off a lot
So
of people.
hold
over
up,
this
T double
Harriet
R. So
Tubman.
he bringing up his mixed breed child to make a point? That's even worse.
Well, a lot of people are upset about the Harriet Tubman never freed the slaves. So in other words, she was snatching them off of plantations and handing them over to other white folks. And we know damn well.
You want to know why? You want to know why that probably pissed white people off? Because that didn't make them look good, look in a good light.
Since he gonna go all the way with it, she just flew in and picked up some folks, right?
And dropped them off at another plantation,
and then flew out.
Yeah. Well, here. All right, so back to his rally in South Carolina. Now, the reason why you see him all ugly and twisted face and teary-eyed in this thing is because he got on abortion and started to cry over the subject of abortion.
Lisa, that looked like he's sitting on the toilet and he constipated.
Well, that's why I call him Cry. That's why I've been calling him Kanye West. Kanye.
You want to go ahead? You want to go ahead and abort a baby? Go ahead and abort that mixed breed bastard he got.
Well, it's too late for all that, man. That ain't the baby.
They all here now. Yeah.
That's called murder. It ain't the baby fault. But
Kanye, ooh, he weird.
And in some cases, if you do it while there's a heartbeat, they'll still consider it murder, even if you say, "Oh, I need to get an abortion."
You need to hook him up with an IV bag and have that medication dripping in him all day.
This nigga talking about abortion and shit. That means he's stuck on that bullshit ass theory that black people. White women get more abortions than anybody.
That's true.
That's why they want to stop it.
Oh yeah, don't I know about that?
Believe me, if it
and
was
for the record, I want them to keep going with their abortion.
Well,
they wouldn't be on abortion at all if it was mainly black women. That's why when I did my videos on it back in the day, I was telling y'all they wouldn't be harping on this if it was a lot of black women doing it.
Yeah, when them women have fertility issues, her cervix is scarred up. She didn't have so many abortions, and then she get the one. That's the one, and she's sitting up there lying. Oh yeah, I always knew I couldn't have babies. Girl, you didn't have too many damn abortions. You ain't fooling me.
Well, a lot of times, true. Let's just keep it 100. It's the little black baby that they cheated on their husband with, and they don't want them to know. A lot of times. Be honest. Look, how many times you done heard some Arab girl some white Arab girl done got killed by her parents because she pregnant by a black guy?
Yeah, tar baby black.
Right.
That baby gonna come out black with afro and all that shit.
And that's what I'm telling you. They don't want.
Remember on that movie? What was that movie?
Life.
Hey, it's true. Even the gay dude said that was his baby. Boy, that movie was funny. But boy, that show is the ugly cry there, at least.
I don't know why Kanye is out here with his crazy ass, and he came out with some rap, I think, like a week ago against Trump. I was like, I thought Trump was like your daddy. Remember that? Trump is like a father to him.
You just
don't know. Over there smiling, looking all buck broken. Okay, taking pictures, head turned sideways, looking like Sam's off what the fuck is that guy's name off of Django? Stevens, excuse me. Stevens off of fucking Django, laughing at the motherfucking table while he's talking to Donald Trump. I mean, this shit has been disgusting over the years. But the worst thing I seen there while he was doing that bullshit, talking about Harriet Tubman and all that old fuck shit, was the simple fact that he needs to be around real black folks. I think that's what it is.
No.
I feel like, to be honest with you, Santee, Kanye hasn't been right since his mama died. That was probably the last time he was acting halfway normal.
Yeah.
After his mom died, it just seems like he went down the drain real fast. And if you remember when I think like the first couple of concerts he had after she died, he ended up bawling all over the stage instead of rapping.
Fine, because remember he was drunk. He showed up drunk, and one of them was with a bottle in his hand, crying baby.
Yeah.
I said, damn. That's when I really like felt sorry for him because I understood what it felt like. I said, but damn, I ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't that old.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I understand. It's still your mom, and I know it's trauma, but you had years with her, and I just don't understand. But what I do understand is this: that ain't no motherfucking excuse to be a goddamn idiot or a coon.
Mm-hmm.
If you go bad nigga, get some motherfucking therapy. You got plenty of money. Ain't nobody got time for this stupid shit. Not this time in the game.
Right. Now remember, y'all remember, and I know you remember this, Tareen. Back in 2018, remember he said slavery was a choice.
Right.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah. And you know what else was a choice? Me not to fuck with that bonehead nigga since then.
Yeah.
I actually knew Kanye was off his rocker before then when he started to sell Hanes t-shirts for $100 a pair.
Right, no. Rip Hanes t-shirts to the nigga
paid for it.
Yeah.
No, I knew he lost his rocker when the motherfucker tried to take back the rebel flag. Remember, he was selling clothes with the Confederate flag on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Kanye West was. I said, what kind of moron shit
remember too, LVZ, he had on that damn MAGA hat. And remember when he was with Donald Trump, he was practically sitting in Donald Trump's lap.
Damn sure was.
He said he was a
shit, he lost me when he came out with that Gold Digger song. Now I'm talking about the third verse. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but he was talking about him.
Yeah.
He was projecting.
Yeah, he was selling.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, and you mean, look at how Kim Kardashian, before he even met her, how she was passed around from one black man to the next, but that's who he wanted to wife, right?
See, a good black woman would have made sure rather he on his meds. If he ain't right, nigga, you sit your ass right there. Okay? You ain't going no goddamn, I will fuck you up in here, nigga. But she's
a
going
good black woman would have got power of attorney in this retarded nigga.
But if you look at Kanye West's dating history, he was never really with I guess you can say, an ideal mate that was good for him.
Yeah.
Like look at who he was with before Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's true.
Yeah.
And how fucked up she is.
And that bitch said, and what that bitch said about that relationship, he ain't get me rich. What? Oh, that's what he was with her for? So he made bad choices, and then he think the white girl that's been passed around more than a blunt with Cheech and Chong.
Right. And remember that even that porn video she did with Ray J, that's still out there.
I watched it. I went over there and watched it. I'm like, oh.
And his daughter at any time could see his mother anyway.
And she could see her auntie too. I seen her and Lamar Odom over there screwing around. I'm like, damn.
She got a lot of public miles on her. You got to go ahead.
Yeah, right.
That whole family.
You got to remove the whole thing.
You got deep scars.
Why do you think I refer to the Kardashians as a coven and their mother is the supreme?
And their mama pimp.
Yeah, well, she got a black man now too.
Yeah, she did. Cool ass.
Yeah, right.
You gonna get him
after Bruce Jenner, you would have to go all the way. You had to go all the way black.
Man, Bruce Jenner, that's a damn embarrassment. your husband's a tranny. He gonna wait until he gets in his 60s and now he want to be a woman?
Right.
What the hell?
Ever seen.
So weird. He still has sex with women. He ain't gay.
Yeah, go figure that.
Man, that's some funky ass shit. 2 pair of titties, 4 titties in the bed. Oh no, damn.
Talk about they having a twosome and a half. No, motherfucker.
Right.
He got a bra on. You got a bra on. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, he done pull you over underwear.
No. You all in your panty drawers and wearing your nightgown.
It was always rumors that Kris Jenner and OJ had slept around because they
I've been hearing that for years too.
Their daughter. is his daughter. It was always believed to be.
I've been hearing that for years.
Yeah, but you know what? The Chloe thing, Chloe looks like a straight white girl. I don't think that came from OJ.
No bull. That's Rob. That's Mr. Kardashian's son, Robert Kardashian.
They look like in a child.
You know, I mean, I heard all the rumors, and then somebody had said to me, and it was a long time ago, that Chloe was OJ's daughter, but now Chloe's a white girl. Okay, she don't look like no biracial girl. She's a 100% white girl. That's what I'm looking at when I look at Chloe.
Whatever they are, them Armenians or whatever. That's the only ethnicity they got.
When they had that reality show, my cousin from Arizona had stayed with me for a bit. So she's real young. She was watching it, and I kind of glanced at it a few times.
She's not biracial, though. I mean, Michelle, you're saying I think that's OJ's daughter. She's not biracial. So you're going to have to explain how OJ had a whole white woman as a daughter.
Right, exactly.
I mean, you're going to have to explain it because Chloe is white.
OJ and Michael Jackson on the niggas that can have whole white babies. No.
But what I was trying to say real quick is, so when my cousin was watching the Kardashians, I happened to look a couple of times, and I said, "What's wrong with Bruce Jenner's face? Why it look like something going on with his face? Did he get plastic surgery or something?" She said, "I don't know. He just been looking like that for a while. The sucker was taking female hormones.
He was changing. You didn't know that. He was changing."
I was like, "Oh, that's creepy."
Hey, remember, that's when it came out. It started coming out. That's what he was doing.
Make him Woman of the Year. I said, "Ain't this?"
Yeah, they did.
You talking about a circus and a damn freak show?
That's a freak of
right.
I mean, all of this to stop one group of people from being able to procreate.
You know, I mean, you know who, and they wanted to put the man down and stuff. Lamar Odom's daddy told him, "Get away from them. Get away from them."
He told him.
He was the only one that made sense. So they say, "Oh, he a dope fiend. He this, he that, he drink and stuff." No,
but he knew it.
He knew what he was looking at.
Right, but he still knew.
All them dudes that hook up with them, they be ruined.
Oh yeah.
You know, you saw
they even messed up Reggie Bush. Look at his current wife. His current wife looks like Kim Kardashian about 5 plastic surgeries ago.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw that too.
If you look at Kim Kardashian back like when we first discovered her or first found out about her, she looks just like Jafar from Aladdin.
Yeah.
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 Hey, look, that's what she was.
I mean, I remember what they all looked like before the plastic surgery. Even
they look like
she didn't look nothing like that.
You know what was getting on my nerves?
Oh yeah.
They was talking about Kim Kardashian and J-Lo, talking about they had a big booty and they bodies is built better than a black woman. They went on that kick for a minute. I got tired of hearing that stuff.
Who say that?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
A lot of people were saying.
Oh yeah, I can attest to that one, True. When Kim Kardashian had first came out on the scene, everybody was obsessed with her ass.
It wasn't real.
Yeah, but
everybody.
I don't understand a black man. That's like, what's that rapper? Ice-T. The one woman he with, she go buy
Coco.
Go buy some ass, some hips. You don't go get your sister. Damn.
Yeah, you might as well get right. You might as well go get the real deal. What you playing around for?
Okay. Shit, Darlene had more ass than her. Darlene Ortiz had more ass than her naturally, and still does.
And you know that shit is who was that singer that got some ass implants and almost died? Had to get that.
K Michelle.
Can't fuck around with that shit. I'm gonna buy me an ass. Just put it in there. And
well, Nicki Minaj's ass was lopsided for about 3 years.
Yeah, about 3 years.
Wait, what about 3 years?
You remember
when
that?
She first started, when she first came on the scene, she got that ass job, but it wasn't right. And they kept talking about how she kept going back to the doctor to get her ass right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you know what? On YouTube, there used to be a video of this white woman that had an ass implant, and she was showing how every morning when she woke up, she had to fix her ass because her shit be moving all around in her sleep. It'd be all shifted all up and down.
Ass and shit. She looked like she got on side pads playing football.
I was like, damn, you got to do that getting out the damn bed every day.
Adjust your ass.
Yeah. And she was showing it, and she was showing how the silicone would flip over and everything, and she would flip it back. I mean, that shit was messed up.
And speaking of asses, with these Kardashians, don't forget Mr. Blue Lives Matter man that played for the fucking Rockets too.
Oh, dang hard. Why is it an echo?
Right.
I think it's gone now. That is.
Oh, I remember. I saw that James Harden had on a blue.
Yeah, Mr. Blue Lives Matter mask,
yeah,
motherfucker.
I saw that.
You know what? T.I.'s wife, she went and got her ass.
But she went and did something, but she did something else that I never seen anybody do.
Her eyes.
Yes.
And then she sent her daughter. She let her daughter go get that shit done, and they said a girl might go blind. You better leave your eyes alone. Kanye West's mother dead behind that shit, jumping up on the table. I'm gonna get a little nip here and a tuck here. You can pull this back and all that kind of shit. My attitude
told her not to get on that table, and she did it anyway.
Well, she had heart problems.
That's why they told her
not to do it.
Yeah, she did it anyway.
That's why she went overseas to do it. She went overseas to do it.
You remember?
I remember a TLC video that they was highlighting the dangers of putting silicone in your natural body.
Mm-hmm. And you know who else did it? When SWV, when they had their reality show, two of them sisters went and bought some extra ass and stuff.
It looks disproportionate. All right, when you see that shit, it don't look right. Maybe it might be a circumstances where you don't know. Well, it's a chance, maybe.
When you see
that shit,
at the end of the day, surgery is surgery.
It's only some people who get. It's only certain people who get a plastic surgery where it actually looks natural and it doesn't take away from them. I'll give you a couple of examples.
What about that white woman that got them big lips? Y'all remember that video?
Oh Lord!
Anybody.
Oh Lord!
I can give y'all some examples. Kelly Rowland. Everyone knows that Kelly Rowland was very flat chested in her Destiny Child days. If you look at her, she definitely got work done, but it looks natural. Sierra was the same way. She was flat chested when she came out, and she got something done, but it looks natural, and they didn't go overboard like a Pamela Anderson.
Right. I was about to say, because they didn't get watermelons on their chest. They just got, they went from walnuts to.
I can tell why they did. I can tell why they did, because they educated themselves on the dangers of silicone and not putting too much in there.
And see, with Pamela Anderson, when she first came out on Baywatch, and how everybody was going crazy over when she came out, she took that check and went buck wild, and she came back with some goddamn beach balls in her damn chest.
Do y'all remember a few years ago that transvestite that ended up in jail? He was giving ass injections to people that didn't have money, and you can get you some plastic surgery done at home, like a back alley abortion. And he had shot some semen up in this woman's ass. I'm telling you. Y'all don't remember that?
That was heavy as shit.
Y'all seen some videos where they were talking like plastic surgery nightmares. Like they said this one woman, she had like grease injected into her face. I'm like,
I heard about that. I heard about that.
Well, I'd still say the worst one is Martina Big.
Oh, Lisa.
Yeah.
You gotta go find out what's going on with girlfriend. Did she have a black baby yet?
No. She got to get them injections every 4 months, or she'll turn right back to her pale skin. color.
Yeah, she will.
She got to do it every 4 months.
She is gone. Her and her husband, they both gone.
Wow. She gonna wake up and go all the way white because she gonna kill herself if she see that shit.
I seen this Mexican dude. He looks like the Ken doll, and he done had a couple of ribs taken out.
I know what you're talking about.
And he looked fucking plastic.
I saw one where this guy
that looked like Michael Jackson.
Wow.
But I think he's from Spain, though.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one where this guy had got plastic surgery to try to look like Justin Bieber. He almost emptied out all his accounts just to do that, and he ended up dying.
Wow.
It's a lady this spent most $750,000 to look like Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, they don't look anything like the people that they're trying to aspire to look like. Because first of all, here's the thing: many of the people that's trying to get these plastic surgeries to look like these people got plastic surgery themselves. So you're not even gonna look like the original them.
And you know those people.
All right, I'm gonna show you this dude. I think some of y'all already saw him. This is the one that had plastic surgery to look like Michael Jackson, and he fools a lot of people. I mean, it's so close, he fools them. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up, and then I'll show it to you.
Get a back alley past plastic surgery.
Yeah, a lot of people try to do that impersonation stuff, you know?
Well, they go overseas to Brazil or something and get them Brazilian butt shots or whatever they call them. And they come back and got issues and their ass explodes.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why they call that.
Putting foreign matter in your body and what your body naturally going to do. It'll say, oh, this is foreign. And it's going to naturally start trying to reject it.
Okay, let me show him.
But still, at the end of the day, it's still surgery, and you're taking a chance on your life.
Y'all heard about these circumstances of people injecting melanin into themselves?
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's what Martina Biggs did. That's who we was talking about. Martina Biggs. She did that.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all can see my screen, right? All right, y'all can see the screen. Okay.
Yes.
Come on. What the hell? Here he is.
Ooh,
are you serious?
Yeah, he had surgery to look like Michael Jackson. That's him.
That's right the there. Dude.
That's the dude. And it said that he looks so much like Michael Jackson when he goes in public. A lot of people think it is Michael Jackson.
That's a good one. I would have
said, you put the picture of the dude up because that's Michael Jackson right there.
No, this is if you go on YouTube, they interview him. And you can hear his Spanish accent. It's very pronounced.
Damn! If you didn't tell me that, Lisa, I would have said that's Michael.
Yeah. So this.
I didn't think people try to impersonate Michael. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa? Are you telling me Michael sounds like El Chapo out this motherfucker?
No, but you can pull up the video. They actually interview him, and when he talks, it's a dead giveaway that he's not Michael Jackson.
That is crazy.
That nigga sound like El Chapo.
But he's from Spain. He's from Spain.
That nigga sound like Tony Montana. What you want, man?
Can you imagine?
I love Michael Jackson, man.
Can you imagine him being around his family? Oh, that would mess them up. They'd be looking at dude like that. Look like my brother. Damn.
He said he makes a lot of money impersonating Michael Jackson. I
would
imagine he probably do make out well.
No, don't take him down. Leave him. Where's our money at? Oh shit.
You did.
Leave that fool up there.
Get this cracker ass out there. He ain't never putting that. No, he don't need because the only thing he doing is trolling, auntie. If he ain't putting nothing in the Cash App, he don't get to do that. He can put that in the Cash App. I mean,
with the same shit. A monkey, banana, watermelon, and chicken.
Same shit his mother eat. That's just how.
Yeah. His mother ate a monkey, huh?
You ever heard that I forget what comedian says this. This dude was teasing this dude, and He said, I could have been your daddy, but the monkey beat me up the stairs. Oh, that boy got pissed when he said that. Your ass get.
Thank you, Vincent Taylor, for the super chat. Brazil and Korea are the plastic surgery capitals of the world. I thought India. Wait a minute, I thought India was too.
You know what? India's been doing a lot of, Lisa. They've been doing a lot of those. What is those surgeries? What's the name of those surgeries where you get your intestines cut and get it real small to lose weight?
Oh yeah.
So they've been getting a lot of those done. They said they having issues with people gaining weight over there. That wasn't a part of their culture at one time, and they so lazy they just want to get up on the table.
Yeah. But that shit ain't gonna work for real. After a while, that shit ends up being bad for you.
Yeah, that's like putting all that shit on your face. You right, and then as you age and you got all this shit up in your face, you're gonna look worse.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, Melania, she gonna look like
that woman looks like that woman can barely whistle.
I tell you, I said she ain't gonna be able to blink if she get one more facelift. That's a facelift. That's why her eyes look like that. She done had her face pulled back.
Her face was tight. Damn.
Yeah, you gonna look like a flat football.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ball
motion. Like her and Joan Rivers got the same face.
They do.
Yeah, that's why I said when she get old, that's why she gonna look just like that.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't old enough yet to look like that, but that's what she gonna end up looking like.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, because when they get around about like what Sarah Huckabee Sanders' age, they look a little, start to get haggard. You know, they start weathering away.
This looks like a Picasso painting.
Have y'all seen that statue that looked like Michael Jackson?
The one
over in Egypt. It's just his face. It's not.
I thought it was this whole statue.
No, not a whole statue. It looked
the head statue. I know what statue you talking about too. It was on one of his albums.
Yeah, it was on his history album.
Yeah, that's right. I know what you're talking about.
And that statue is still floating on that river to this day.
When I seen that wigged me out. I said, damn, that looks like Michael.
And actually, that was a woman. That was an Egyptian woman.
What?
Yeah, that was not a man. That statue, that was an Egyptian woman back then.
Ain't that deep?
Mm-hmm. That looked just like him.
It looked like, I was looking at a picture of Janet yesterday. She looked like she done got some plastic surgery.
Some.
Yeah, she's had something done.
Something done. See, they got a lot done.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at her on Good Times. I said, is that the same person?
I've always said that, in my opinion, the one time that I said that Janet looked her very best was when she was in Poetic Justice.
Mm-hmm.
I thought and naturally she looked very good in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did, because she looked like a sister. She looked like a bad sister from around the neighborhood.
Remember she had the dookie braids? Everybody was wearing the dookie braids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember how many girls back then would get them and be like, "Oh my God, my hair feels so heavy." Well, then that's the sacrifice you had to make.
Mm-hmm. I would get my hair braided, but not that. That's too much.
What's that?
And Janet Jackson had yam. She sure enough had yam. Oh, absolutely.
In fact, yesterday I heard their song. What was it? 2300 Jackson Street. I heard that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The Whispers got out a new song. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, Whispers.
It came out 2 weeks ago. I was shocked. It was really nice. It's called How Long.
I always wanted a mustache like one of them niggas in the Whispers.
one of the twins.
Oh,
I used to think that was Steve Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the twins. Yeah,
the twins got fat. Woo.
Yeah, and they're not very tall either, so that ain't too many places for that weight to go.
I remember when I was working at my old job in LPZ, you know where it is, the Warner Theater, and Earth, Wind and Fire had a concert there, and I worked it, and they had me working backstage. I felt like wow, I'm actually standing close to legends. Like I was back there when they was doing their prayer circle, back there when they was getting ready to go on stage. Like I was able to watch the concert from the stage.
Oh, that
Which is something I've never done for anybody else before. And I was like, wow, I'm like literally smiling like I grew up on their music. But I know, when you have parents that were like around during that time, they're gonna put you onto that type of music. So when they was playing certain songs, I was back there getting it like I was older than my age.
Well, everybody knows. Look, can't nobody not try to sing Philip Bailey's part. Everybody fucks that up. Nobody don't fuck that up. I fucks it up all the time.
I can sing that song. I sung it many a times. It's easy.
I love that. Yeah. After all, I fucks with that. Everybody mess with Earth, Wind and Fire.
I think every time that came on the radio back then, everybody stopped what they were doing. They want to go hear that song.
Oh yeah.
No bull.
I would say like my favorite Earth, Wind and Fire songs, of course, was September. I think that's everybody's favorite song by them. It was another song that they had. I forgot the name of the song now.
I know they got a song. Is it called "I Sing a Song for You" or "I Write a Song"?
Yeah. Well, see, the house party song was "Shining Star." If you went to a house party, that was on.
Yeah.
Oh, and another one I like, "Let's Groove Tonight."
Yeah, "Let's Groove." Yeah,
that was my favorite song too.
The instrument
in the song.
My second favorite group is Confunction. Damn, I like that. Good.
I love their songs, man. They had that drug dealing music back in the
day. No, for me, I was still rolling with Parliament Funkadelic, and I'm still rolling with them.
There you go, old George and Bootsy. We can't never go.
They come out of New Jersey, Plainsville. I met them. I actually met them. One of my friends lived in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, which neighbored Plainsville, where they were from. And she was showing me around. We were just walking down the street, and she was showing me how we were standing on Scotch Plains, but if we crossed the street, we would be in Plainfield. Well, George Clinton and two of his band members were walking in the opposite direction, and they stopped and talked to us. Wow. And I remember back then I was just a 19-year-old girl in college, and really nice conversation. They were nice. Bootsy Collins came by on his motorcycle, but he kept going. I didn't even know it was him. They didn't tell me who he was. It was him.
I remember when I went to the museum in DC, and I went onto the entertainment floor with the music and the movies and stuff like that. They had the mothership up there.
Hell yeah, because that shit turned all of DC out. I never forget what my father was talking. My father still got pictures. You remember you was 2, son. George brought the mothership here. I went to the Parliament concert, son.
Yeah, have y'all seen that documentary? I watched that documentary a couple of weeks ago. Damn. I didn't know he went on the stage one time. He showed up naked.
Butt naked.
Asshole naked.
Butt naked. Higher than a cootie brown.
Yep, you would see people. You didn't know what they was gonna wear on stage. They might have
somebody brought up the Isley Brothers. The Isley Brothers for a long time were in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Isley Brothers, that was another
for a long time. But they originally, a lot of people don't know, they originally came out of Ohio. That's where they started from.
Jimi Hendrix used to play for them.
I like the dramatic shit.
Yeah, that's some.
I definitely.
No, it was. You know what's so funny? Because when I was younger, the song y'all gonna laugh at this, but the song that put me on to the Isley Brothers was "Between the Sheets." My mother. The crazy thing is because that was one of the first songs I memorized as a child, and when I say a child, I'm talking about still having baby teeth, was teeth still coming in. And I'm sitting there like singing the song, and my parents was looking at me and like, hold on. I remember them turning the music down. They like, boy, what do you know about some Between the Sheets? The thing is, I would always emphasize on that part when he was saying, making love between the sheets. I always emphasize that part right there.
Yeah. And somebody brought up the Spinners. Yeah, I remember the Spinners.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember all of them.
What about the Gap Band?
Oh, I used to love me some Gap Band. Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all still listen to old Charlie.
Mm-hmm. I did like that song. My name is Charlie. Charlie Wilson.
Last
That was
name
nice.
Wilson. You know what I liked about that song is because that he actually was able to come back out and reinvent himself for the next generation. Because a lot of people listened to that song and liked it and did not know he was a part of the Gap Band until maybe their parents told them. And it was like, the Gap Band, they're like, why does that sound so familiar? They probably played that one signature song from Gap Band. Not saying they didn't have any others, but when they hit that song, You Dropped the Bomb on Me, they was like, oh, that was them? So they like in Charlie Wilson.
Oh yeah, trauma oops upside the head. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oops upside the head.
Oh,
hey, you know the funny thing about You Dropped the Bomb on Me?
Yep, it was about Greenville.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
No, the other one, Candy. That's my favorite.
They from Tulsa, and that's where they kind of snuck it in.
Because they said the name in Gap Band, the word Gap is an acronym for the block.
Yeah, the Greenville community where they from. They one of the people that don't nobody talk. It's funny that they don't ever talk to the Gap Band brothers. They from where that shit happened at.
Yeah. Oh, the Barkays. Do you know the Barkays originally played for Otis Redding? Mm-hmm. And when Otis Redding died, part of the band actually died with him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The few surviving members, they were able to, eventually form the band again.
That was so sad.
Was Jeffrey Osborne in there?
Jeffrey Osborne? No.
Who was Jeffrey Osborne in? No, that was LTD.
LTD, yeah.
They were named
I don't know about y'all, but I was a huge Teddy Pendergrass fan.
Mm-hmm. I remember Teddy.
One of my favorite songs by Teddy Pendergrass was Latest Greatest Inspiration. Mm-hmm. I first heard that song in the movie The Wood, right when they were getting ready to get married. And I said, that's Teddy Pendergrass. I need to find that song.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Teddy P from this area.
He from the what?
He from this area.
I didn't even know that.
Actually, I knew Patti LaBelle from the Beulah Baptist Church days. Yeah, that's where we all went to church. Patti LaBelle back then, see, by the time I was a little girl, she was already a full-grown woman. And she was singing in a choir, and the choir was called the Beulah Ensemble.
I just watched the Bible.
And we used to see them sing every Sunday. We all went to the same church.
Mm.
Yeah, Teddy P.
I saw Patty before she was big.
I'm looking at the chat and I'm laughing right now because people in there quoting "turn off the lights," and I said when he got to that part of the song when he said "turn them off," it felt like he was talking to you. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get up here and turn these lights off.
Woo! That was back in them days when he was singing for Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Harold Melvin ain't saying one damn note. Look, it was all about the Blue Note. Name me one Harold Melvin song, but you know the Blue Notes though.
Mm-hmm. I saw Pedro Price in concert, and it was shortly after he did his song with Minnie Riperton.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say it was shortly after he slept with Sugar Ray's wife. I thought you was going to say it was shortly after he slept with Sugar Ray and his wife.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Oh, that's always
I love when he was on Dave Chappelle. That shit was funny as hell.
When that happened on the listen, you had to be there. You had to be there when that happened. Like you had to be around when that happened, because a lot of people was like, where did that line come from? A lot of people going to attribute it to Dave Chappelle on the Chappelle Show, but not realize where it actually came from. When he said that on the BET Awards,
BET Awards, yes.
Everybody was
somebody backstage didn't. Yeah, somebody backstage didn't know who he was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
And I think Monique was hosting that year, and she had to come out and she's like, "Okay, for the people that's beneath a certain age, yes, that is Rick James."
Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Hey, and just speaking about Dave Chappelle, and he's with Viacom as well. At least that's where that Chappelle show is at. Believe he don't have the rights to the show the same way that Nick Cannon doesn't have the rights to Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Well, let's scratch the surface. The same way that Aaron Magruder don't have the rights to the Boondocks, the same way we don't got the rights to Uncle Ben, the same way niggas is still getting hit with that okie though.
Mm-hmm.
And he highlighted exactly what I wanted to say. Like you would think from the earlier times of watching the Eazy-E's and what have you, and all these other devils that have came before, and being able to see a Sam Cooke or Ray Charles or what have you go in there and take care of their business, that certain things wouldn't be happening here to black folks in 2020.
Yeah. You know, one of the first ones in the music industry that took care of his business was Curtis Mayfield. He owned his music.
Mm-hmm. I heard him coming up because he was out of Philly.
Mm-hmm.
We heard all of them Philly groups back then a lot.
You want to know what's so interesting too? A lot of people clown Michael Jackson because of his image and everything in the media, but had no idea how much of a shrewd businessman this man actually was, and how much he called out that industry. Like he sacrificed his own career, like near the end, and he actually helped little people know he actually helped Little Richard get the publishing rights to his music.
Yeah, he sure did. And you know, my son told me about all the gaming music he did. I had no idea he even did that.
Oh yeah, he actually was attached to the Sonic the Hedgehog game, the third one. Like,
yeah. My son was telling me that.
He also trendsetter because he was on that early. Remember, he had a Sega video game, the original Sega, not Genesis, y'all. And he had a Genesis game, but he had an original Sega game.
Right. But what Tareen is saying is right. He did give Little Richard rights because, see, a lot of people didn't realize when he bought the rights to the Beatles, it was a lot of other groups and artists that were attached to that big pack, you know, that big package that he had, the catalog. It was a lot of music.
But I think one of the biggest moves that he did make was when he had got like over half of Sony's publishing. So that means everybody who was on that label who released an album, he got a percentage of that. And that was a lot of people on that label, including himself.
I'm going to fuck you up though, Tori. You know where beef started between him and the Beatles? Let me tell you again how shrewd Michael Jackson is. So he buys that Sony catalog, right? And then he sells Revolution to Nike for a Just Do It Revolution commercial. They was pissed off because they ain't getting no money. The Beatles was pissed. He said he owed them. That's what he did. Michael Jackson did a joint with Nike. That's why him and Jordan was so cool. Michael Jackson was, and guess who else publishing he helped get Lisa? And he tried to help, but the crack couldn't help. I mean, the crack. Michael ain't stronger than crack rocks, but Sly Stone.
Yeah.
He did a lot for Stone. People didn't know he did a lot for. He loved Sly Stone, but the crack a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of people don't know Michael Jackson also was about to be a co-owner of Marvel with Stan Lee.
And you remember he was getting ready to go big. Remember the MJ Foundation, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jackson. Yeah. And that was supposed to help Black entrepreneurs and help Black people get into business.
That's why I said that's why when people be trying to clown Michael Jackson and saying that he wasn't for his people, I said, well, let me sit you down and pull out his resume. We gonna be here a while.
Yeah, I ain't never say no crazy shit like that. Mike always been down was people. I just, it's just some stuff wasn't in my cup of tea.
A lot, and for instance, a lot of people always say that some of their one of their best favorite songs by him is Thriller. For me, it will always be that Remember the Time video. Not just because of that dance breakdown, which was fire, by the way, but it's the imagery of it all. Like you had this black man who literally on screen, whether it was a music video or not, accurately
the African king.
Yeah.
And it was boy Eddie at the same time. That's what made it best, because at the time Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because he had heavy hitters. He had Eddie Murphy play the king.
Magic Johnson.
And then he had John Singleton, a black director who was still fairly new.
And Iman.
Yeah, he had Iman. Exactly. And he had black choreographers who were like new as well. So he used a lot of
man, that song, I used to play the hell out of that song.
The gangster shit about having Magic Johnson is that was right after the HIV thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And when people had kind of wrote Magic Johnson.
Right. That's why I love that video. When it comes to like his songs, the one that I like the most is Man in the Mirror, and that video, because it finally, I said, okay, so he see all this shit.
Yeah,
he do.
Oh, his live performance of Man in the Mirror at the Grammys is probably one of the best live performances ever. Because the reason why I say that is because you could tell if you look at that performance, towards the end, his mic got cut, so he's literally actually screaming out the lyrics to the crowd, and you can hear his voice literally bounce off the walls, and he was really feeling it, like dancing hard and everything. He was feeling it at that moment.
Yeah. I like many of his videos. I don't even know if I can just pick one. I even like the one he did in Brazil with They Don't Really Care About Us. He did that in Brazil.
Oh yeah, that's my too. That's my job too, Nick. Thank you. I forgot that. That's my job. Mike really wanted to cuss. He wanted to say they don't give a fuck about us.
The thing is,
I just like so many of his videos. I just thought so many are good. I could never sit and pick one.
No, but one. Have y'all ever seen?
Tommy Mottola messed over him.
Oh yeah, he messed over a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he called him the devil, and he said it unapologetically.
Hey, he got him back, though. He got him back. Nick Cannon ended up with Mariah. He got him back. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, he got him back. How you think Nick Cannon ended up with Mariah? Right after that, they ended up divorced.
I know she can't hold on.
But you're seeing a difference in the shift of the respect for our black heroes and how it's allowed. Like petty shit's been allowed forever to go against the grain when it comes to our black heroes and people that have spit in the game, that have provided and opened doors for others. Like even to a case of you looking at a skinny neck Jay Tapper, thinking he gonna run off in Twitter and say some slick shit about Farrakhan because of whatever the fuck he felt in his white supremacist ideology, and it was going to fly. No, you immediately got checked by Ice Cube. He put him back in line.
That's right.
And look, if you're not going to go ahead and check y'all filthy, disgusting ass Peckerwoods that are y'all heroes and what have you, don't come over here with that bullshit to us. Mm-hmm. Because if we ain't worried about it, then obviously it ain't a motherfucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Ice Cube checked Jake Tapper. That's why they put Ice Cube on that list.
Yeah. And what is this list? Because if black folks don't go out here and purchase and buy any goddamn thing, there ain't nobody getting shit at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So a lot of these motherfuckers can feel how they want to feel. Oh shit, white supremacists don't spend money like that. Okay? It's all about an advantage and getting over, and where's the benefits at, and how can I flex some more of this white supremacy around here to get something else for free?
Do y'all remember when they were calling themselves burning their sneakers over Kaepernick? And every time they would burn their sneakers, it would be the cheap low-end Nikes.
And it doesn't even matter. Nike still got their money. Nike still got their money, so it doesn't matter if they got the low-end stuff or stuff on the top shelf.
Right.
Nike still got their money. So Nike at the end of the day was the ones
But
laughing.
I'm just saying that, when I noticed, a lot of them that had that attitude, every time you would see them burning their sneakers, it was always the very low end Nikes,
Like, they weren't burning LeBrons and no foam posits. They was burning straight motherfucker Nike Cortez and the $12 Nikes in the market line. Nobody rocking them.
You didn't even see a quality pair of Air Max. I mean, I know at least in Maryland, you see a white cat with a pair of Air Max on. Okay, but you ain't even see a quality pair of Air Max get burnt.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, but of course we in Maryland, Santy. The part of Maryland we in. When white dudes see me in a Kaepernick jersey, I'll be ready to whoop their ass, and they go, "Hey, great jersey, man! I got one too." It's fucked up what they did. I'm like, man, I need to move.
What do y'all think of that crap? They're gonna play the Black National Anthem.
Oh man, please.
I'm a pander.
The Black National.
Well, see, they want to do anything as long as it don't cost no money. Okay.
They keep dancing around.
What's the Black National?
Lift every
voice and sing.
See, that's the
every voice
thing. But I don't hold that against them, because guess what? A lot of people for years did not know there was a Black National Anthem. They didn't realize they were singing it for a long time either. They was like, wait, that's the Black National Anthem?
Yeah, it's Negro National. You know how I knew it? Because my school used to make us sing it in the elementary from age 4 to age 12. So I know every word.
I never knew people. A lot of people didn't know that. I used to sing in this choir.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it, but there were a lot of people that didn't know.
Because the first time I sung it, I was in the 5th grade.
And that was one thing about Born Elementary. They made you proud to be Black, and then they look, goddammit, this is the Negro National Anthem, and you will sing. We ain't say the Pledge of Allegiance. That's all we sung was every morning, and they do the announcements and say, "Now we'll sing, lift every voice and sing."
I had a question to ask you. What's going on with the situation with your son's school? What's going on down there?
Nothing. This PG County. They said, "Oh shit, this PG County. We not playing that. Ain't no schools. No schools. It'll be social distance learning, just like California.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the whole idea of sending kids back to school when this shit is still spreading is just ridiculous.
Right, and you know who they want to send back.
Exactly, and it's fucking dangerous. I mean, you look at you're sending kids back so you can send parents back to work.
That's right. Yeah, but there's no work for them to go back to, Santee. There's no work for them to go back to.
Let me go ahead. Let me tell you something to y'all real quick. My father told me what happened yesterday. Dad said that the white dudes at his job, because they never stopped working because he worked plumbing. He said the white dudes at his job wanted the kids to go back to school because they hate their kids.
Well, I've heard that kind of stuff before. Yeah, I've heard that kind of stuff.
He said, true old Lisa, every day. He said, man, I come to work every day. He said, I ain't never heard no shit like this. He said, the kids he was like, Slam, it's a pandemic. The kids can't do nothing but be, oh man, I'm just tired of the little fuckers being here, man. I just want them gone.
LVC, I used to work, my last job that I used to work, there was a guy there, and he worked, close to where my office was. And I remember I was working late that night because I had 3 shifts of people that I managed. And I remember I got up and I walked out and I was like, what the hell are you doing here? He said, I can't stand my kids. He said, what I do is I just stay here and wait for my wife to put them to bed, and then I go home. I was like, damn.
That's sad.
Like I said, a lot of stuff is getting exposed during this pandemic. I said a lot of stuff is getting exposed in more ways than one. I don't know if y'all heard this recent one. It came out of Kentucky where this couple they was going to go visit her family in Michigan, and right before they went, they got a test, for the virus, and it turns out that the woman, she actually tested positive, and I think she was asymptomatic. Now, mind you, they have a infant child as well. And they basically said, look, you have to sign this form basically saying, okay, you are positive. She refused to sign it. So they're like, okay, fine. They came to their door and put both her and her husband under basically a mandatory lockdown for 2 weeks and gave them an ankle monitor to wear.
Wow.
What state?
Wow.
What state?
Kentucky.
Good. Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
Mitch.
Well,
Yep.
I was talking to my son-in-law last week. He's a nurse and he works at a high school. And he said they let them know they ain't gonna be no school this year. They gonna do everything online.
Well, that's the way it should be.
Mhm.
It don't make no sense to open schools, and they already said in 41 out of 50 states, COVID is rising. Why would you send kids back to school? It doesn't even make any sense.
Are they trying to get that economy back open?
Yeah, but
they a drove of kids drop dead. Trump,
they don't care.
Ain't no more babysitting shops. There ain't no babysitting shops in the morning no more. There's no more babysitting shops for these ungrateful pieces of shit out here that should be blessed to have children anyway.
That's right.
All right. So there's no babysitting shops. You're going crazy. There's no time for you to scratch your ass, get your freak on, hide behind this and that, and try to act like ain't nothing going on by the time your kids come home.
Speaking of getting your freak on, they're now saying that it's a possibility that this virus can be spread through sexually.
Yeah.
I did a video about it. They find it in men's semen. That's the coronavirus.
I figured it'd be transmitted sexually. And look, that proved even more that Donald Trump Jr. don't get no pussy.
Oh, no, Trump. You right about that everything.
Oh, man.
How you going to deal with the disease?
How your girlfriend get it? Sassy, answer me. How your girlfriend have COVID virus? She asymptomatic. Y'all kissing, hugging, loving, and all of that, and you don't catch nothing?
Yeah.
That's because you got a separate room like you and your dad, motherfucker.
You know what? His son, Trump's son got it. Trump's son's girlfriend got that shit. He got that shit too. Because you don't be seeing them around like you used to see them and stuff. But Trump's fat ass, his wife don't even sleep in the same room with him.
Right.
She got her a crib.
He's wilding out at this point. You see all these goddamn bloodshot red faced Karens running around here.
Yeah, but what the hell is up with Donald Trump with orange skin and bloodshot eyes? What the hell?
I can see the picture. They got a permanent picture up on CNN right now of Trump. It looked horrible.
I mean, orange skin and bloodshot eyes. What the fuck? What the hell is going on with him?
Don't he got a tanning booth at the White House?
I don't know. Either that or he rubbing that orange shit on. I don't know.
It was
it looked like he rubbing it on because you saw that one joint Lisa put up his hairline white as a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Lisa.
He slapped it on like Bruce alone, man, like Bruce. All right, she's slapping it on every day.
What were you going to say?
Like Boise State football field.
Hold on. What were you going to say, Tareen?
Something just came through about the McCloskeys.
Oh.
They said that charges were filed against them on a Class D felony for unlawful use of a weapon charge, and they said that they can face 1 to 4 years in prison as well as fines up to $5,000.
Wow. And then tried to lie. Oh, they bust the fence down. They broke it. Come on.
They showed a video where them people walked smooth through that.
They walked right through it.
I think I seen. Did Tareen put that video out? That DA
I didn't.
Brianna's case.
Oh, Daniel J. Cameron.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Daniel J. Cameron. That Popeye's biscuit eaten without the honey jigaboon down there in in Louisville?
Yeah, Portia got arrested from Atlanta Housewives.
But they dropped the charges against them.
The judge dropped it. Now he ain't moving on Brianna's case at all.
No,
he'll get the protesters arrested.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I bet he talks with a nasal. I bet he talks through his nasal passages.
You know what? If you cut him, he'll bleed white.
Man,
I love that.
I said, if y'all mad about the Breonna Taylor situation, that's the guy y'all need to go after.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that dude had engagement pictures, and it was no Negroes there other than him.
No, you're wrong about that, Lisa. It was no Negroes there, period, because he ain't black.
Yeah, nobody was there. That was a Klan meeting he was at.
Yeah,
it was just one colored dude. It was one colored dude.
One colored dude. Okay,
that was in the sunken place.
He's a colored dude.
They sitting up there dragging their feet on that shit. They fucked up. They couldn't come up with a lie or nothing. Just an empty police report.
Mm-hmm.
And then this Negro, he know exactly what to do when he see black folks. Arrest
That's
them all.
Exactly. And then throw charges on them, felony charges at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What he did was he just exposed himself even more with that bullshit.
Yeah, but then only one of the cops get fired, and really all of them should have been fired.
But see, they real sneaky about how they do stuff. See that article you sent me, that old Elmer Fudd looking dude. Do you know, Lisa? When I did my research, that bond hearing was 4 hours, and they didn't even deal with the McMichaels yet. And then another county, he got some sex charges on him, and they trying to make
about Mo from the Three Stooges.
Yeah,
with his old no lip ass.
And then his lawyer talking about he done lost a lot of money and he going through this and that. And his wife, she done packed her shit and went to Costa Rica. She said, "The hell with him." She probably peeled that house. Probably took everything out of that house. Probably took the water hose too. His woman left. It's just amazing when you hear stuff that come out of their damn mouth. Now, Ahmaud Arbery dead. He's 6 feet under, and this bitch is sitting up here complaining that he done lost a lot. Well, you shouldn't have been fucking with us. That's what happened. You fuck with us now.
And shout out to the NFAC. Got them scared to send them back home.
I know those Negroes went up there and scared the hell out of them.
When I did that Playtime is Over video, I did not realize that's who that was at the time because we didn't know who that was. We thought that may have been like another group or something like that, but we didn't know who it was. And then when I saw them when they did on the 4th, I said, "Wait a minute! I recognize
Stone Mountain. Yeah, they went to Stone Mountain up there in Georgia. You know, I've been there before. I have been to Stone Mountain.
I've been to Stone Mountain before too.
Yeah.
But when they had them going out there and they was in front of the McMichael's house, they said, "Okay, y'all want a bond?" Even the judge was like, "Are you sure you want to go home?" They were like, "Are you sure you want to go home?" Because they probably still out there. They said, I said, y'all do realize why they arrested and put you in jail, right? Not because they wanted to, but because they had to for your safety.
Exactly.
Otherwise, if that wasn't the case, they would have still let y'all be free. But they would not make it to the court.
All them favoritisms and all that kind of shit like that. Oh yeah. That lawyer, he tried to get the DA dismissed, tried to get the case thrown out. That lawyer he got is dumb. He trying to make him out as he's a simpleton. That dude ain't fooling nobody.
I'll admit, when I was listening to him talk, I was cracking up.
Also, he's squealing on the McMichaels, saying he said nigger. They look at his text messages and it's laced with niggas in his cell phone. Dude, is shit.
Sad part is with a lot of these jokers, it ain't even the sad part. The realism of today is just all right. There's punishments. You your job, you will be shunned. God damn it, it'll be hard for you to survive out here. All right,
what I like is now, because you know when white people get fired, it's always something lined up for them. There ain't no jobs out there now. Ain't no jobs.
Yeah, they toxic now. I do like that. Now they're toxic. Can't nobody touch them, and if you touch them, it's sudden doom for you.
Exactly. Now, one of the first times during confinement, because I understand people still in their states are confined. You still can't do what the fuck you want to do. There's still shit closing down at a certain time or what have you. So you damn near.
Did y'all hear what happened to that lawyer McMichaels? He's back in jail. He gotta finish his sentence out. That dude that used to be Trump's lawyer, they threw under
Michael Cohen. He locked him back up.
I don't even think he was out a month, and they took a picture of his ass at a restaurant. Got busted, so they called him to come to the courthouse. They said they needed him to fill out some paperwork. There was some reporters around. He said, "Oh, this is gonna take 20 minutes." Well, by then 2 hours didn't pass, so they called his wife, and she said, "I got to find out what's going on." And they took his ass to jail. He wasn't supposed to get on the internet or anything, and this motherfucker was going out eating and stuff. And it just show you how they see. They need a black man to show them what to do. A brother, they be telling the brother, check this out. You're gonna be under house arrest. He gonna be glad to go home. These people are tripped.
Speaking of people who are just crooked, Roger Stone.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yes.
I know we all heard.
You know what he looked like? He looked like he got a Zika virus. You see how fucked up his head is?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm doing a podcast on. Yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast on him that it'll be coming out tomorrow of that interview he did.
Oh yeah.
Listen. Come on, the man ain't got time to be talking to these Negroes. All right, he don't got time for it.
No, but what was so funny is after he said it, and the host had said, "What did you say?" And it was all his dead space. He probably didn't realize the mic was still on. He probably none of us heard anything like that. So he's like, "Oh, he probably like, I got to think of something to say." And then when he finally came back on, he was like, "Yes." And he said, "Did you say something about not arguing with Negroes?" He said, "I did not."
Yeah.
We heard what you said.
Yeah, right. We heard it all.
They really
They said Michael Cohen is to be released on Thursday. This is what just came out.
They said he gonna have to
he shouldn't have been locked up. They shouldn't have locked him back up. They only did that because Trump told them to.
Right.
Well, he has to do the last time he has to do the whole 18 months. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
But that's say May 20th.
Right.
Mm-hmm. His ass is in jail. He violated.
Yeah, he got caught out eating dinner.
He didn't want to be at home with his wife. That's why I said they need a black man to show him what to do. You say, hey, you don't have to be in this cell 6 by 6.
But you want to know what the biggest insult was with the Roger Stone thing was when people were saying, well, they do have the word in the United Negro College Fund. I said, no, y'all didn't try to go that route.
They went to
Yeah.
Yeah. Roger Stone was scared as shitless.
And Roger Stone looks like an off-brand Bob Barker.
Yep. Pulling all them stunts at the courthouse, and then you see him go to court every day. He's surrounded by black clergy. Why when they have to get in trouble, they come to Jesus?
Tareen, did you see all that shit out on Twitter from Chuck Woolery?
Yes, I talked about that in my live stream. Listen, karma came swift for him.
Did.
I mean, I do mean swiftly. Like he came out there basically saying the same thing a lot of all these other Trump supporters be saying, and how this virus is hype, it's a hoax and everything like that. The very next day, he puts up a tweet. Well, my son just tested positive for the virus and everything like that. So I guess it is real now. And that was the last thing he ever said. That was the last thing.
And Trump was out there retweeting all his shit too.
Wow. You know what? But you know what? He didn't. When he said that, he didn't think it through. To Ren, because he wanted sympathy, and then it kicked in. Oh, I was talking all that shit and stuff. So he didn't shut his shit down. Karma is a bitch.
Hey y'all, look.
Is that Rat Snack?
Those are the noodles.
No, it's Rap Stack ramen noodles with Master P face on.
Oh, yeah, I remember he had the
I didn't know he had.
I remember him talking about those ramen noodles.
E40.
Yeah, I remember that.
Look at E40.
Damn.
E40 on this one.
I remember when Rap Snacks first came out. I said, "Is this actually a thing, or this is just a rumor?" And
no, it's actually a thing.
And I actually went into the store one day and actually saw them. I was like, "Wow, these are real."
I remember when
you see this too, Roll? He got the Bay Bridge in the back. These Negro noodles.
Oh my goodness! I don't eat them noodles.
Negro noodles.
I can't.
Let me get some of them Negro noodles.
When I was in college and you was a broke college student, and them ramen noodles was
that
a meal.
Had that in college. Yep.
That was the main staple.
Because my roommate, he used to work at the Walmart, so he would bring home the big, like 24-pack box of all the different flavors, and we went through them things.
Do you know, Tareen, when I was in college, there was these, it was this Italian girl. She was a floor above me, and we got along okay. Well, she knew how to rob the whole vending machine.
Wow.
She would put a quarter, and she drilled a hole in the quarter and tied a string on it, right? Mm-hmm. She would throw it in the machine, and just before the machine would register the full amount of that quarter, she would pull it out real fast, and it would start throwing the food out. Wow. And then I remember one weekend, I decided not to go home. I was going to just stay at the dorm. She came knocking on my door. She must have gave me every soda out of the damn vending machine. I didn't know where to put all them damn sodas. I was like, damn, you got all of them? Right. I said, boy, some people are good con artists.
Wow.
I mean, she would get all the snacks, and you, of course, the delivery man would be mad as hell because there would be no money in it.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out what the hell going on.
How's this stuff coming out of the machine and there's no money in there?
Yeah. But she knew how to do it. Man, but yeah, that was instant karma that happened to Chuck Woolery. It sure was.
And there was another form of instant karma that happened this past week too.
Are you talking about the white woman?
Yes, with that fire truck.
Oh man, you know what, Taryn? I had called Lisa on the phone, and I said, "Check your email." She got hit. She got knocked on her ass.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm re-pulling it back up, and I said, "Lisa, she's dead."
Remember that video? She was on the sidewalk talking about, "You touch me, you're going to jail. You touch me, you're going to jail." I said, "Well, I guess that fire engine touched you, didn't it?"
You know that.
And now she's going to hell.
She was purposely walking through the traffic.
The black lady praying over.
She purposely walked.
Did you see that?
It wasn't like, she caused that her damn self, walking through traffic like she invincible.
I said that reminded me so much of Final Destination.
Yeah. All you guys can go to hell, then that bus went wham.
To show you how these people get down, that bitch put her hands on one of our royal daughters, touched her sexually. They just processed her through the jail and let her out.
Yeah, because she had messed with that. She messed with that black girl, and she had snatched the hijab off of the Muslim woman.
She didn't spend no time in jail. They just processed her ass through. I guess
I'm not even gonna lie. When someone sent me that article, in the first lines that I read, they said that she had got hit by a fire truck. I laughed so hard.
I know it was funny.
Uncontrollably. Like I could not hold back when I read that.
Hey, so, do you know how I did it? I didn't even know who the lady was. Leonard Yehuda, crazy ass. He in the chat room. He said, LVZ, I love fire trucks, and left a post. I said, what the fuck is he talking about? So I look at it, and it says racist white woman hit by a fire truck. I said, bravo. First time 911 wasn't a joke.
See, the pigs didn't do what they were supposed to do. They just processed her through the jail. My father said, I'm gonna take care of this real swift and stuff. And when I was reading, I said she was just walking through traffic and shit. Got knocked on her ass. I seen her.
They said she died right on them streets. She didn't even, they didn't even take her to the hospital. She died right there on the street. Right there.
She ain't gonna have nobody come to her little nasty funeral.
No, I don't care who goes to that.
I saw how she looked. She looks like them things from Mars Attacks.
Mm-hmm. She sure did.
That woman had a noggin on her.
And she was a lesbian.
Did y'all see that race soldier over there in Arizona hit that white woman square, flat-footed? I don't know. They were just in between some cars or whatever. He just stole her. I guess he was trying to apprehend her, but she ain't budged. He hit her with a straight right hand, standing up, right? And that was just that. This was over here in Arizona about, what's the date on here? Oh shit, wrong goddamn video.
Did anybody get to see that video? That couple beat the shit out of that white boy, and then this white girl, she was gonna try to steal a lick, and that sister knocked the shit out of her.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good old fight. Ooh, that was a good one.
Thank you, John L, for the super chat. Karma and Old Gun took her arse the hell out. Yeah.
Damn sure did. Got her up out the tank. Made her road pizza.
Yeah, right. Roadkill. Roadkill.
Right. And then look. And you know what? Who I hope get. You know who else I hope get hit by that fire truck? That black woman that was over her praying and shit, talking about don't die.
Yeah.
Save her. It was a black woman. This woman is talking about she ain't never been mean to me. No, I'm so tired of niggas saying that.
Yeah.
That's just like that motherfucker Dylan Roof. He wasn't racist.
I never
I could not. I cringed every time they showed that black guy defending Dylan. Oh man. Oh, that made my stomach turn.
But you want to know what's so funny? One day, just go on YouTube and just look at like Karen freak out videos or Karen gets owned or whatever. The funniest one I saw so far was this Karen got in front of these cars or whatever. I guess they were trying to go somewhere. I don't know. They just do whatever just because, you know. Anyway, she stood in front of the car and it was at night. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a giant orange street cone came hurling and knocked her right off her feet. That thing went square in her head and she went right into a ditch. I laughed so hard when I saw that.
You move next time, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, raw though. I'm so sick and tired of seeing these current videos with people sitting up here arguing. Grab that bitch by her stringy, nasty head and drag that bitch all over the parking lot. Don't be letting this shit. Oh Lord, you holding me up. Oh Jesus, why you doing this to me? Whoop that bitch ass.
Mm-hmm.
LBZ, I know you had an encounter with a Karen before. I gotta ask everybody else: have you had an encounter with a Karen?
Oh yeah, I have.
Oh, I have. Recently.
Oh, you know I had.
I had going Sunday to pick my steaks up. Every Sunday is steak day in my house. I'm going to get my steaks early in the morning. And I brought a juice in with me that I got from the gas station. So I go in the grocery store to get my stuff or whatever the case. I'm getting my steaks and, you know, the extra steak sauce. I'm going in line to go pay for my shit at, you know, the self-serve line. So as I go through there with my little basket or what have you, my little bit of groceries, all right, old dried up white woman just walks right over there where I'm at. She ain't assisting, helping anybody. I don't need no fucking help. You understand what I'm saying? My groceries is all rung up by this time. And my juice that I walked in the store with that I got from the gas station is in there. It's halfway empty, whatever. This Peckerwood will tell me, would you like to pay for this juice? Or would you? I said, ma'am, could you please get your hands off of my juice? All right. Now, I paid for this elsewhere. I said, that's not even the point. But please don't put your hands around the part that I'm getting ready to drink off. Got coronavirus and everything else. Please don't touch any of my stuff, ma'am. Okay? I said, and as I said that, she kind of eased off a little bit, whatever. This is an old white woman. Okay? So I go to grab the rest of my shit and leave out. I turned, look, I said, you need to leave black folks alone. Y'all just need to leave black people alone. Ain't nobody checking for you. And then I walked off. I ain't go report her or nothing else like that because I was having a good morning, you know? But I definitely had a Karen moment recently. I didn't jump into a Negro mode. This is the grocery store across from where I live at. You understand what I'm saying? But it was very inappropriate. And yeah, I felt uncomfortable. As I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have a knack for wanting to touch a lot of things. Like, have you noticed that, like, if you work at a job, like, say you having a company potluck or something, and they bring something, instead of using the tongs to grab something, they want to use their hand and grab everything. And it's like, I didn't see you wash or sanitizing, but that's besides the point. You did not need to grab the stuff with your bare hands. You don't have no gloves on or nothing. You just
Torian, sometimes they do that shit and don't even eat the food. That be the worst part.
Yeah. HK, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for bringing light to the shadows. Thank you for being here.
No book. Sometimes I seen a cracker the other day in the motherfucker BJ's. I'm going to buy some stuff. This bitch touching all the pineapples, all the bread. I said, look, bitch, it's a virus. Ain't no time. Look at the one you like and grab it. All that shit the same. They looked at me funny.
Oh, okay. You a delivery guy, huh? John L said, and thank you for the super chat. I had a Karen encounter with a customer I'm doing a beer delivery for. After I got done tearing into her, I got banned from delivering to her store. I wouldn't be upset about that. Ooh, yeah, the Karens are something else.
It's full blown. Like I tell you, you're dealing with people that you can't sneak off and freak off, go to your midnight clubs or whatever. All this all these restrictions.
You gotta let them know. That's right. That's
LBZ. How many videos?
That's what you got to do, John. Yeah, that's what I do.
And it's been a problem with people having a mask on. All right, these niggas was going off just because you got to have a mask. All right, some privilege has to be going, or you're going to see some disgusting white supremacists acting like a fucking white supremacist. You call them a Karen, call them whatever you want to call them. But there's a reason for a lot of this distorted behavior that you see out there, and it's the confinement, for one. It's just my opinion. And then it's the number two.
Lisa just put one up. Lisa put one up, man.
What's that?
LBZ.
You breaking up, Sassy.
Is it me?
You breaking up?
I'm breaking up?
No, I don't hear you breaking up.
Yeah, there you go. You came back.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a lot of confinement here today. That's all it is. And you're seeing it from that. Even when I first got on, you guys were talking about the heat and how hot it was outside. You adding that into the fold, looking at whatever global warming, which has nothing to do with anything. We want to check at the end of the day with all these distractions. But the point is, these Karens are folding because everybody's restrictions are being taken away. And then you add that I don't get to get any mayonnaise. All right. There's no white privilege. I can't flex some white supremacy over here on these Negroes. They're going insane. All right. Because these are the confinements that they've been able to use their entire existence. Good.
I just did a video today on my channel about a Karen that went into the Verizon store and didn't have a mask on. They didn't want to let her in, and she got mad. So she said, "You know what? I'm just pee right here on the floor," and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw that. Yeah, well, I did a Karen video, and everybody at the store was getting on her butt for not having a mask on.
And you know what's crazy? There's so many videos that are not recorded that we don't see, that doesn't get publicized or what have you, where these incidents is going on. Same way that Lisa just put, same way that I see every day, okay, or everywhere else that my brothers and sisters are at, in your towns or whatever the case is, you're going to see one of these Karens coming in here trying to flex some white privilege or white supremacy. And don't near nobody got a damn camera on. All right, so the incidents that we get is what we probably getting about goddamn 14 a week. All right, This is the real deal. This is what the emperor has no clothes on. This shit is goddamn. All right, you're able to look at white supremacy right then and there. All right, because when you don't have your daily distractions, there's not other shit to pay attention to as far as to drift off to fake like you got camaraderie with others, such as sports.
Yeah.
Santine, how old are you? You look like a baby.
31.
Oh, that's my son's age.
You know, black don't crack.
Sure
He's
don't.
probably gonna look like a baby at 40.
Work hard, play hard. Hey, the same way with everything. You know, as you get older, you know, you have to take care of yourself different ways and exercise and all that other stuff. And I haven't lost.
Look, Santee, man, I got carded all through my 20s. I did. I got carded all through. Everywhere I went, people thought I was not old enough to drink. And it wasn't until I think when I hit 32, people realized, oh no, she's of age. You know, but prior to that, I would get so annoyed. Can I see some ID? What the fuck? What you need my ID for?
Well, I'm living in a neighborhood. I get that shit done to by people that see me on a regular basis. It's like, all right, I'm shopping here. And I've been here for 6 months over here in my new community. Like, all right, well, I take it as a compliment. I'm looking, all right, okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know,
when me and my oldest daughter together, they think we sisters. My daughter, 38.
Yeah, people used to think my mom and I were sisters. Thank you, John L., for becoming a channel member.
Black don't crack. Black definitely doesn't crack. Not at all.
Stay hydrated. Take your supplements, folks. Keep yourself protected from this coronavirus. Make sure y'all supply up again, because I've been going to the stores. I went to a Dollar Tree, not in my neighborhood. It was in the Mexican neighborhood. They built that damn store. Stuff is hard to get.
Yeah, I know that they shut down California again.
Didn't you say it took a while for you to even get some Lysol in your neighborhood? Yeah. I've been
now I got a lot of it. I got a lot of Lysol.
You know when that.
I'm still looking at baby.
You're welcome, honey. When that coronavirus first hit, them folks was running back and forth to the store, all this toilet paper. Then people want to return the shit. They said they ain't taking that damn toilet paper. You're gonna keep that toilet paper.
They actually did have a serious problem with people going into department stores and taking the toilet paper that's in the bathrooms and putting it in their purses. With that shit.
Because that's that cheap rough.
Boulder Rocker said my cousin was hell. I gotta put my glasses on.
It is cheap and rough. Tory Range reload.
Okay, was retested twice and came up negative after he was initially tested positive. Lord, you know, I've been thinking about that. Some people would they be getting a false positive and all that kind of stuff? But you know what? Them numbers, every day they keep breaking a record. Because you remember the 4th of July, or on the 10th, on the 14th, a whole bunch of numbers. Let's go back to Memorial Day. Remember when they first was let out of the cage? They was at this pool party and it was over capacity. I just seen a sea of pink. Then Lisa did a video the other day that was at the beach. All I see is a sea of pink. Is the enemy something else? You know, they want to eat, drink, and be merry. When they get the shit, they all remorseful. Woo.
Or near death.
You know, they had a dude running around licking on toilet.
Oh, I remember that. That was so nasty.
And he was in the hospital.
And I did one on this white girl, and she was going out to parties and stuff, and she got it.
Yeah, last week, this white boy infected his whole household, and his father got the worst end of it. He's in intensive care, and see, they trying to hide that shit because when it first came out, they kept saying middle-aged white men was getting it. You notice they don't say no race anymore who get it. And you know, if we 11% of the population, we shouldn't even be here. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You shouldn't have any circumstances, even to kind of to switch, but stay on what you're on, where black people are affected being over in China from a disease where we know where it came from.
Well, you know,
like, they say it's like disproportionate, and then throwing a number out.
Go in there.
I mean, I learned from Lisa Cabrera. This is what I learned as far as the wrong numbers, period, and knowing what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And most occasions, that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
They're going and twisting and pulling this game real quick so that, all right, we can go ahead and switch the narrative and take the attention off of these folks right here. I mean, this is a permanent bottom.
Same damn pattern. They did the shit when AIDS hit.
Spanish flu too.
Yeah,
AIDS, war on drugs. God damn it. Fuck you name it. It doesn't matter where it starts at. Some type of way we're going to lead it to black. And even the circumstances that happened with coronavirus being leaded to black, propaganda wise, it was still necessary to throw black folks out of their apartments in China and put the fuck to them.
Yeah, Santee just reminded me of something, y'all. Do y'all know they are still gargling with bleach and sanitizer?
Get the hell
out. Articles
of
are still, they're recent too. Recent articles are out there about Trump. Yeah, Trump's people, they're still doing that shit, y'all. They are still doing the bleach, gargling with bleach and shit.
Hey, let them get themselves out the way. Let them get out the way. Shit, you dumb enough to go ahead and all right, go ahead, get out the way.
Well, any damn body dumb enough to listen to Trump, you get what you deserve.
Sure,
the hell would listen to that fool and do what he say? Get the hell out of here, man.
This is the problem when you put retarded people in powerful positions.
Man,
America told you forever that goddamn to be the president, or even in the case of being a heavyweight champion of the world, these are the biggest spots that you can be here in America. And they have evoked it to put one of their biggest fucking morons in the White House.
Well, you know, we thought Bush number 2 was dumb. I didn't think anybody could.
He's a genius compared to Trump.
I didn't think at all. Right. Not even come close.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching something the other day about Trump out there golfing, and I think I was on the Young Turks, yeah. And they ripped him over there. And they was talking about I've heard this before. He make up the game as he go. He always win, but he really think he working out, swinging that little stick and stuff. That ain't no workout, Trump. Trump is fat.
Yes, he is.
And if you notice, when he tries to hide his fat in his suits, he get him cut a little bit big, and then he'll try to suck his gut in and kind of tilt over a little bit. Man, he blow.
Hey, let him have a stroke on the golf course. If buckets of fried chicken and goddamn Diet Coke
and them Big Macs, don't forget them Big Macs.
And one more thing, Lisa, lady fingers.
Uh-huh.
He don't have them lady fingers on the plane. They said he'll go to fuck off.
They said if his McDonald's is not warm, he'll cuss you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you will get stabbed. He said, "Where he at? Bring him in here."
Mm-hmm. Now you think about this. Think about this. They got some of the finest chefs around the world working at the White House, and this sucker want him a Mickey D's. You know what, Trump? You just throw him some cheap bologna and some cheap bread. He'd be cool with that, and some Kool-Aid. He'd be all right
with the red ring around it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he'd be good. Drink out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it all from the dollar store.
I'm gonna get you all the way right.
Yeah.
All
like Trump was trying to propose cutting EBT and they just give you a food box. I said, that's the shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's the shit he liked. Trump is tacky. You know?
And I look at Austin County. All right, when you just said that, cutting food stamps, look at Austin County. What was it like? It's like 99 and 95% white. They all voted Republican. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So if they cut food stamps off from you, what you gonna eat? Nah, he literally murdering off a piece of the population that look like him.
You know, I live in snow country. I remember when we first moved here, one late night we went to the 7-Eleven. Damn near every white person in there was busting out an EBT card, but they trying to put on airs because I live up in the hills, like they got it going on.
I can't tell you how many times I've been in the grocery store and seen them white women pull out them cards. That's why I laughed on about some black people and welfare. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't gonna fool the people that have seen this stuff in person in these supermarkets.
Lobster? Was she feeding the dog lobster?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You know what they doing now? Like up here in Oakland near the Coliseum, they got it is huge. It's a food bank. And that food bank is working 6 days a week. These folks don't have no food. They've been begging for donations and stuff. And Lisa wigged me out. Lisa wigged me out. They getting short on aluminum cans. They getting short on coins. In fact, we're gonna take our coins to the bank and stuff. They was begging folks for coins the last time we went. I said, wow, everything being exposed.
White supremacy is benefits, intangibles. All right, but goddamn, being white privilege, just born white, is benefits. All right,
well, I tell you what, their benefits are going away, Santee.
Right out the window. All right, right out the window, one after the other. I mean, it's the spirit.
They don't have good survival skills.
No.
They don't know how to, when things get hard, you're gonna have to eat you some beans, and some cornbread and stuff like that. You might have to eat it for a couple of days. They don't know they don't know how to survive. We're gonna eat, we're gonna be fine.
Absolutely.
And if push come to shove and a family member is hitting it hard, you just have to pile up on top of each other and we're going to make it work.
Exactly. For white supremacy, there's always been a cheat code, some type of Da Vinci code to get you real quick in order to tap out and say, I'm white, not say so.
See, this bullshit, because I caught on to it when I was really young. Okay, the magic number is 18. Oh, so when your child get 18, you just kick them to the curb and throw them out the house. We have became a group of separatists and we are weak when we're separated. Now, your grown child, it is how they are at home. They have to pay bills too. You don't just let them lay up on their ass and everybody's helping everybody and everything like that. So
right.
I'm not one of these mothers that say, okay, you didn't turn 18, you got to go. I know some people in my family that have done that, and the child ain't ready to be out there. I know when I first left home, I had so much to learn. I didn't even know how to grocery shop. My mother did everything for me. I had to learn that shit. But no, don't be kicking your kids up out here. It's too dangerous to be putting any of us out on the damn streets. We keep our families close to us. That's what they want us to.
I wasn't privy and blessed to have that much. Being young and dealing with the circumstances I deal with. I'm the youngest out of 3 siblings. And I've always had to be accountable and responsible for something and be an adult before I was prepared for it. Even getting my own place, I had to learn how to, at least being a kid or being 19, learn how to buy groceries and what to put in, what to put to the side. All right, how am I going to pay my rent, my gas, electric? I had to do all that on my own. I didn't have no pots around to organize and do certain things. It was just a matter of having good people around.
Learning as you go.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's what sharpened me, having the gift to have the Most High put the right people in front of me at the right time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you looking at Black society today and you're proud of some of the young ladies and young men that grew up underneath of the same positions as me and are doing well, still able to flourish and succeed. All right, they're doing well. And while they're doing well, they're keeping other black folks educated on racism, white supremacy. All right. This is the nasty, unfriendly ghost of America that they have hidden and kept in plain sight at the same fucking time.
Now look at now they're being exposed. Coronavirus is exposing they
so many things.
Man.
So many things
like
are
what they say, like a thief in the night. Woo!
Yeah, you know, Santee, they ain't running around talking about their high IQs anymore. I wonder why.
Because it ain't no room for it, and it'll never make any sense. If you're telling us in America that the most intelligent people are the ones that take over and make all the bread, and you're telling a lie.
Shit, the most educated, the ones that hold the most degrees are the Nigerians. They got more degrees than anybody on the planet.
They are actually the smartest. And when you go to college, the African students rank number one. The white and Asian students, they fall way behind them. And I'm not kidding either. It's a big gap between that Nigerian and the Asian.
It sure is.
You know? So no, they are not the best and brightest. That's why they got to go around lying to you, trying to put all these falsehoods in your head about them. And look, now they can't even lie anymore because nobody's going to believe them. You can't even handle a virus, you know?
You know, when you really look at it, Lisa, and see these people, some even our own have gave them credit. Do y'all realize these fools don't even know how to cure the common cold? And then I've been seeing that, you know, that bubonic plague pops up. That is not unusual. They never eradicated that bubonic plague over there in Europe. It's still around. They get bouts of that shit. So that's not unusual and stuff. But just think about that. They can't cure the common cold. And then you running up there, rolling up your damn sleeve, and you don't know what they done shot in you. I'm gonna do another one of them videos where I had this white guy was reading all the ingredients in a flu shot. Some of that shit you can put in your car. I'm like, whoa, get that shit. You don't know what you got them people putting in you.
That's why a lot of people don't want their kids tested before a certain, get shots before a certain age and what have you, due to this government period. Because you never know where the toxins are going to come from, or if this is going to be a good day or a bad day for anybody that you love and you care.
Well, Santee, look, they talking about creating a vaccine for COVID, and they don't even understand COVID yet. They don't understand everything about the damn thing. So how do you make a sufficient vaccine and you don't even understand the damn disease? How do you do that? You can't do that.
And let's not lose sight of this here too. The Antarctica is melting. All the plagues are back. Yes, it's releasing
100 degrees in Antarctica. 100 degrees.
You know, and they was sitting up there, couldn't wait. Oh, when summertime comes, it's not gonna be.
Oh
here.
Man, I keep rubbing that in their faces. I made a couple of them mad, and they wrote me. Oh, I thought y'all said that as soon as it gets hot, coronavirus was gonna go away. That shit is not only did it not go away, the shit is getting stronger and it's spreading.
And then think about that damn sand. That sand is pollution. People be shitting and pissing in the sand, animals in the sand. That ain't a good environment. That's a perfect host to hold a disease.
And I like to touch on for a minute the fact that we never had clean air, clean water. When was the one time we had? Can anybody say?
Yeah, I can tell you when the shutdown happened. You can see the Himalaya mountains. The waters was clearing up over there in Italy and everything like that. I said, wow, look at this. We didn't have a shutdown and it's starting to clear up shit. It just show you how toxic man can be.
Because as far as I can remember, when I was born, we always had dirty air, dirty water. I said when I was growing up.
toxogens are nothing to this barbarian savage over here. Do you understand that there's no buffaloes? Can somebody point to me where the buffaloes are? All right, now this savage beast has consistently killed, murdered off anything in his sight, anything that is good, positive, whatever, down to the air and fucking water. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what, Santee, I'm glad you said that. I said, you know how wicked these people are? They make you pay for water. Shit falls free from the sky, and they make you pay for the shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. You know, it was something I didn't want to forget. I had told Lisa about it yesterday. So my husband's daughter-in-law, she got tickets to go to Disney World, and they live in Vegas. The tickets was $30 because it costs like 100 and something to get in that joker and stuff like that. That's how desperate they are, that they offering these packages. So I was fussing about something that I had been observing for many, many years, that, you know, you pay, there was a space and time, you go to an amusement park or to the movies, and you children have a fee, and it would be from 0 to 13. Then after the age of 13, then you pay adult prices. So when I was going over it with Lisa, these suckers then got greedy. They didn't chop it down even more. If you go to Disney World, 0 to age 9, you pay one particular price. 9 on up, you pay the adult price. And I said, wait a minute, they still children. No 10-year-old can go in there and buy some beer and stuff like that. I mean, that's greedy. That's just fucking greedy. But they so badly want to try to get the economy stimulated. They offering these dirt cheap packages. They ain't gonna make no damn money at all. See, they don't want to do this shit right. We supposed to be shut down to this until. I wouldn't even put a date.
But to clap back at that. But to clap back at that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? People don't even have disposable income to even have room for a trip to Disney World. It's all being sucked up by these bills and rent and everything. Which both are on the rough right now.
We pissed off because them kids don't need to go to no damn Disney World. Coronavirus is out here. I don't care what them people offering me. I ain't going to nothing.
And they got all of these billionaire white supremacists, all right, sitting there in they fucking towns like, oh, move, get out the way. We got to keep this shit pumping. I need the bag coming up in here. I don't give a fuck how many bodies die out here.
But you know what, y'all? The summer is just showing you when the fall gets here, it's going to be even worse. You still got a lot of people that are out here on these beaches. They're going to restaurants. They're trying to party and have a good time. Mm-hmm. So when fall comes, you're going to have a lot of sick children and adults up in here.
And to take it a little bit further, isn't Walt Disney a pedophile sodomite?
Mm-hmm. For their little fantasies.
Yeah.
But you know what don't make sense? What don't make sense to me is, and it won't, and we all pretty much on the same wavelength. Okay, Trump and McConnell want the economy stimulated. And McConnell want to hold back some of the funds even more, like it's his shit and stuff. Okay, if you want that shit stimulated and this country have the money to do it, give everybody $5,000 a month. We'll stimulate your economy. They can do it. It'll go right back. You know how people get down, it'll go right back out the door. So what they is saying is, we're not gonna give you shit and you just operate on air. Like when they was doing them government shutdowns and Trump talking about some old fucking IOU, or his dumbass daughter talking about go get another job. Bitch, over 40 million people ain't working. Who the hell are you?
And
hold up. Right. To Ivanka to tell people to go get a job, quit fucking stealing money from everybody else to build your bullshit empire. How about that, Ivanka?
Mm-hmm.
No, ain't nobody paying that bitch in mind.
It just show you how dumb these people is. You know, they want to come off like they so smart and stuff. And it's plain and simple. Plain and simple. It don't take no rocket science. Cash folks out. Hold them. Until
They
don't put a date on it. Until
they are used to being difficult.
You know what?
They're not doing
When you do that type of stuff, when you do that type of stuff, where you don't have to worry about your immediate situation, and then you get back on your feet and go back to work and stuff, you're gonna be like, damn, the government sure did look after me. I got 5,000.
They're not gonna do that. This government has always been stingy. They have always been stingy.
Like my dad told me years ago. He said, don't give a politician a light bulb. They ain't gonna be able to figure how to screw it into the damn socket. They're gonna fuck that up too.
Exactly. And coronavirus evolves to a place where we've even said on here that it's in people's sperm now. So it's sexually transmitted. You know,
I did a video about it.
Bacteria and viruses, and you add heat in there, it really evolves. So if that's true, the fact that it evolves anyway, it came over here when it was cold. It's hot, it's horse piss outside.
Yeah, they tested the water. They tested the water, and it's in the water too now. The coronavirus is in the water.
See right there, Lisa. That's my whole point. It's like they've been giving us dirty air, dirty water for years.
You know, that was a trip when I seen that some people that live near the Himalayan mountains, they say they have never seen them from afar. Just people coming in, shutting down and stuff. And you seeing all the animals coming out. I did a couple of them animals videos, having fun and stuff. They all traumatized. It would tickle me. In San Francisco, they had coyotes running all through San Francisco. That shit was funny. We have some
even them animals are whooping the enemy's ass. That's what I like the most.
We had some sheep last week running up and down the freeway.
Man, I seen an 18-wheeler get hit by. I seen a bear get hit by an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, the bears are out there.
You know what I seen when I worked Santine, when I worked on that last job, when I worked in the middle of the ocean building a bridge, I seen a deer. I seen a deer in the middle of the ocean, and he swam all the way to Alcatraz Island, and he just laid on the rocks for hours. He was tired, and that was a long trip because he came up out of the Oakland Hills. That's a lot of water. I guess he said, "Damn, how did I get in this situation?" And you know what? White people, I see why white people end up dying a lot. When I was working out there in the ocean, you would see white people on them little canoe boats where just one can get in there. You slide your body in, and they got a pedal. They got the little flippers they use or whatever they call them. And I'm thinking, that's a lot of water. I could see you getting in a canoe in a little tiny lake or something, but an ocean and shit. That was real interesting. I didn't know ducks live in the ocean.
Yeah. You see them out there.
But you know what? Why people get down dirty? When I first moved in this neighborhood, somebody killed a bear and they drug it down the street. There's a mall way down the street, down the hill, around the corner. And it was somebody they didn't like. And they took that dead bear and put it in front of their business.
That's a heavy bitch.
Yeah.
And then when we first moved here, some of them white boys, they stole the ATM, they broke in our Hummer, took the radio, then they broke into somebody else's stuff. White people steal, man. You gotta watch your shit. They steal.
You don't have to tell me that. But they'll be talking about we're the ones doing all the crime. Their asses, they have never stopped doing crimes for 500 years, okay?
When we moved here, they was looking through the trash can at night, and my son caught them with the flashlight. What the hell you looking for? Out late at night, looking through people's trash cans. See, Esau don't know how to mind their own business. Soon as they lighten up and we start getting back out on them streets, they coming straight for us. Oh, you're not social distancing enough. You don't got on the masks. Y'all folks just spreading this shit. We don't have to mean to travel like that. They the one that's doing this shit. And then you want to throw the black community, blah, blah, blah. We don't have the means to even travel like that. They taking that shit back and forth like they always do. That's how they spread it fucking AIDS.
Well, Europe don't even want them. That says a lot. Europe won't they banned Americans from traveling to Europe. Man, that says it all right there. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if more countries tell Americans, don't come here. Don't come here with that shit.
I was reading an article years ago. They said the state of California alone could feed all of the United States. And it made me think of a conversation I had with my grandfather. In Arizona, he used to drive trucks for Tree Sweet. His job was to dump oranges in the desert. And he said they would even, he found out years ago, they would even take tons of meat and dump it in the ocean to keep up the price of meat. See, that's a sin right there. He got fired because what he did was, my dad and them was still living in the hood, and my grandfather came through and dumped the oranges in the hood, and somebody told. They don't make no damn sense. They rather throw, and that's how they get down. They rather throw that shit away. I worked at a homeless shelter, and people would come and donate food to different stores and stuff. And the lady who was the director of the program, she said, "Oh, just take it back out there and just dump it." And I'm like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that food was
well, you know, that's what Esau does. But see, this is his world, and now we see how lousy they run it.
I mean, and they're showing us, every day that they came from the womb like this, all effed up and evil.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Another thing.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Well, what are your thoughts on Atlanta? T.I. coming on Hot 97 and pretty much saying that they need to police their own communities now because, you know, no police is showing up in these black communities when in Atlanta, Georgia now, when you're calling. They're not showing up at all, which is great. That means black folks can be left alone when it comes to race soldiers.
Black men know how to police their communities.
Police the community. Or how do you think, what would be best going about policing the community?
Well, let me tell you something, because I've experienced this when my mom was in the Panthers. It was the Nation of Islam, the Black Panthers, and who are the other men that wanted to be involved in it because they didn't have to be a part of an organization. And what they told was the pimps, the players, and the drug dealers, this is your territory over here. You cross this line over here, we're going to beat your ass. It's plain and simple. These kids got to go to school. People got to go to the store and shop and stuff like that. It was a gentleman's agreement. And they had no problem. They don't want black men policing the community. They the one to keep this shit going, like what they did in New York. They was like, we ain't coming to your neighborhoods no more. People was glad. We need to handle our own shit. We don't need to call the police for shit. Don't you call the police. You got a problem, go in the garage and beat each other's ass and keep it moving because you subject to come up dead. Don't call the police. They don't mean us no damn good. None. We don't need them in our neighborhoods.
Sure.
No. And another thing, and I've been saying this for years, we don't have to ask permission for shit. We just do what we got to do. We can set up our own government if we want to. We don't have to ask them for nothing. And see, men make it real plain and simple. You cross this line, it's gonna be a problem. And I heard, I didn't see it, but my mom and them said a couple of people crossed the line, and they whooped the lining out of their ass. They made them believers. Just stay your ass over there. They got, you know, like, I know Lisa know about it because she lived overseas. They had red light districts. Those was real. I seen a documentary on it. They had a place where the prostitutes would even go. They was turning tricks in cars and all that kind of stuff. They had built a special spot for them. I was like, damn, and stuff. That's
here's just about that. And passing out delegating authority and everything else. You are exactly right. Giving that to the hustlers, people, everybody that knows everybody, as far as the folks that are on point and have power and influence there in the community. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so when I'm looking at that,
see, this is what we got to get away from. I be picking up little things that we that's all they had. Okay, that we have to get away from. I did this video where they had accused this woman of shoplifting, and a female cop shot her. She didn't die, but she really messed her up. And so when her mama and them was out there, the place that she got shot at, you could tell that the mother was sort of believing what the pigs were saying. And then she said, well, you didn't have to you could have just like shot her in the foot or just hit her with the billy club here or there. No, you don't touch me, my people. No, you don't accept none of that. You don't touch nothing on my body at all. And stop believing them people. All they do is lie. And like I said before on my channel, I can see the shit go down. I'm going to slant it in our favor. I didn't see the shit because it's not going to change our situation. But I didn't caught too many of our folks where we have had violence projected on us, and they were basically condoning, well, you instead of pistol whooping them, you could have, whooped them with the billy club. No, you can't do none of that. You don't touch.
They came out the damn womb speaking lies. That's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you allow white supremacist law to run through your community, they're going to enforce white supremacist policy. And that's on the line, whatever it is, framing a black person, you name it. All right, getting these numbers up. Let's see how many Negroes we can snatch up and put nothing charges on them. And let's hope this is on the lines of some type of 3-strike deal for these Negroes, whatever the case. All right, and the only people that I see down the lines of fear, like ever going against the grain of black folks, can really police our own communities, and that is something real. It's snitches. That's it. Right? Okay, your little Keisha Boos, all right, your little nappy, what you call it, Ray Rays, sitting over here trying to fuck somebody's shit up just because. All right, I'm bored. I ain't got shit to do. No, I don't speak and I don't account for bullshit. If you're about black empowerment, I'm for that. Okay, if you're about building us and a future for our children tomorrow, I'm 1,000% for that. I'm not for a nigga shitting on something after blood, sweat, and tears and hours of work to put it out here for black folks to have black empowerment.
Yes. Right.
So my thing is, rolling back to that is, okay, as far as for the power brokers, rather it's a status, all right, black people are we're controlling our own communities. We're policing our communities, the power brokers. Is it a status of, hey, you got to pay this tax? All right. Is it a status of what? However, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what, Santi? I want to bring up something real quick that I seen last year. I was watching this video about crime in South Africa, and the shanty towns. The rape has been very rampant, and I mean really rampant, and the police wasn't doing nothing. And I seen this with my own eyes. They caught up with 3 of the rapists. And, they don't have an adequate sewage system. You see that shit just floating around. They beat the dog shit out of them dudes and threw them in the sewage. And the police came later, and they had to go in there and dig them out. They didn't live. That stopped that rape. Whoever else thought they was gonna keep raping, because they wasn't dealing with it. They wasn't dealing with it and stuff. And I know how men are about this stuff. They don't like creepy shit like that around they women and they babies. You can't rehabilitate that person because sex starts in your brain. This is how these fools like to get off and stuff. You got to kill them. See, white people like to experiment with folks like that. I work for a company that a big time construction company, and this dude, his family owned it, and he was a serial rapist, and he was the first rapist that they let out, and the psychologist was trying to convince the people that he's so rehabilitated that he'll never offend again.
Right.
See, you want to experiment with the community. No, it don't work like that. That sucker is dead. Good as dead. Right. That how their system is. You see, we've been seeing lately they do raping their own. They don't do no jail time. And the reason why they don't do no jail time, because they identify with that other white boy, because that's what they do in their community. They don't see no big deal in raping and going up in a baby and all that kind of stuff. And then you want to experiment with the community. Oh, and they can fool you real good and let them back out there like that. No, you ain't no good. A pedophile. and all of you want that running through your neighborhood. See, men to deal with that shit. Remember that dude in Brazil had raped that little boy and killed him, and when soon as his ass got in jail, they tore his ass up. They took him to the hospital, stitched up his butt crack. Soon as he came back to jail, they bust them stitches again. That's justice for your ass. So you know they pussyfoot too much. They'll be real. They go from one extreme to the next. How they deal with these crimes. You know, when they dealing with their own. Because like my husband told me, with us it's the letter of the law, and with them it's the spirit of the law.
Hey, did y'all see that video where the young man had stepped in for his grandma and put that white woman to sleep?
Oh yeah, I love that video. Yes, I did.
No, I don't know about that one.
I saw that. That was a thing of beauty. 17. The white woman was screaming at his grandmother and was approaching her, and to get all up in her face, her 17-year-old grandson clocked her and knocked her ass the fuck out.
Wow. That's like
it was a straight right hand. Yeah. What was bigger, like you said, a picture could tell 1,000 words, even if you couldn't hear it. It's like you see this old dried up coon with a American flag on his shirt with a fucking dad hat on. All right, burnt out, buck broken coon. And the moment the white woman is put to sleep, he's trying to delegate authority to this young man. This decrepit coon is sitting here. He's sitting here like, yeah, you don't hit her. You let her do that.
No, that whoever saw that video today, I loved it. When that sister and brother was whipping on them white people's ass. Because normally, because I've been fussing about this a lot. A brother would be whipping on a white boy's ass, and his woman is standing there and she trying to break up the fight. I see you don't do that. You watch his back. When that sister jumped in that fight with her old man, whipping on that white boy, she was punching. Her punches was pretty damn accurate. And then a white girl come from nowhere, and that sister clocked her tail and stuff. That's what see, Esau, that's the only thing my father said they understand is a country ass kicking. They crazy like that too. You beat their ass, then they want to be your friend.
The fist in the boot. That's all you want to do.
No,
you'll have one of these peckerwoods trying to argue with you all day about how you have to look at it from both sides or whatever type of shit you about.
Santee, did you see that video I put up last week? That woman up there in New York, upstate New York, she lived next door to some white supremacists, and they've been fucking with her. She a single parent. And she done wrote all this shit on paper. She praying for him. And the cops are saying that there's nothing they can do until they harm her, and they'll walk around the house with assault rifles and guns, and they know they being filmed because one even had one in the chamber and stuff. And I said, first and foremost, we need to stop praying for them people. And homegirl need to go get her license to carry and stuff.
Right.
And see, everybody got one in their family, because everybody got one, and y'all know what I'm talking about. We got that crazy cousin, you know what I'm talking about, that will handle your ass. That wouldn't happen in my world. That would not happen.
Right. That's no different than the young man there that was staying in Glen Burnie, Maryland, and had that white supremacist downstairs from him. And he kept calling law enforcement. And then he ended up eventually getting murdered by this white supremacist here in Glen Burnie, Maryland. You remember that story?
The way you deal with them, you don't let them get away with shit. And this is extremely important. Say we don't even know each other at all, but we all live in the same vicinity. And some peckerwood is messing with me and my husband, and we just act scared and let it go. Then they're gonna run up on you and think they can do that. But if me and my husband handle our business, they gonna second thought. They're gonna be like, we better not mess with these black folks. They're gonna go off. Because see, I've been reading articles where these older white folks said that our royals, they said they mean. They're not gonna put up with this shit. They're not gonna go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna go backwards.
Well, they know all that white mess is fake. Everybody, I think even our young people know that. They know there's nothing extraordinary about these people because of their skin. Come on,
it sure
isn't. Was it easy to understand some of the young people's point of view when you see them frustrated? And they be like, man. And by looking at that old head that ran up after the white woman had hit her body, hit the ground lifeless after she got stole. Okay, he's running up. He didn't stop the Peckerwood from running up, and she calling niggas and all this shit. Like, you're threatening. You're running up on a person that's like turning their back to you. All right, this coon wasn't nowhere in sight. Then it's almost like he's grabbing the camera. You see what I'm saying?
See the you know, there's so many good things that are going on since coronavirus is out, and we do need to be separate from them because it's a lot of Black people now homeschooling their children, and I'm gonna use Lisa for example because my children wasn't homeschooled. Her son is so observant, stuff I don't even be thinking about. See, she know what she put in her son. She know what she put in him. So he's an asset to his family because he look at the world totally different. You know, you got that little shit that they want you to do so they can pass on, and then you add to the curriculum because they just want you to stay weak-willed and stuff like that. And then think about it like this. Okay, you know, I'm on this thing, we are royalty. Well, this is a true fact. When you come from royal stock, you don't go to school with heathens. You get a special type of training because you're a very special person. You don't try to meet the enemy standards because you're bringing yourself down and stuff. And see, they didn't have their hands on our babies, and they'll find out real quick how advanced they is, and they'll start fucking with them because they got a book out where at the 5th grade they would start saying that our royal sons, you know, they got learning disabilities. No, it didn't have nothing to do with that. That's when them little white girls start looking at these little Black boys. Now they do it in the 3rd grade to try to keep them separate and stuff. And that's the only thing I agree with white people about. We need to stay separate. All this blending this shit is too fucking stressful. And then look, and what disturbs me is it has been too many of our royals under the age of 10 successfully killing themselves. That fucked my head up when I started seeing that. And then they done went through hell at school, and you insisting on them to go back into the pit of hell. You're not protecting your babies. That's why I said what I said earlier. So they turn 18, you gonna put your child in the street? They ain't gonna put theirs in the street. No. We have to protect each other. We had generations living in the house together, and we got along. We didn't have to worry about no babysitter or nothing. Like my dad said, he said the neighborhood would whoop his ass. He burnt down the outhouse. He got his ass kicked. His parents didn't even get a chance to touch him. He burnt up the one outhouse they had in the neighborhood and stuff like that. Don't send these babies to school. This is an opportune time and stuff. It's all kind of stuff in the world out here in the world of YouTube and stuff. We have to be separate from them. We some different people. We don't think like them or anything. It even go as far as the food that we eat. The American diet is killing us. We don't supposed to be eating this shit. It's a lot of things wrong.
And in the great words of Nilly Fuller, it's tacky. Any mixture that it's completely tacky. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. All right. Or there's gutter sex involved, or it's tacky. Mm-hmm. Really, there's going to be a serious level of discomfort there because it always is.
Yeah, I know. It's like when we come together, and there may be some disagreements or conflicts, and there'll be short-term goals and long-term goals. Say we all together in the community, and things like that we have to accomplish. And say we kind of butt heads. But we committed to accomplish certain things, and say the enemy trying to step in to fuck with us. But I'm mad at you and you mad at me. Okay, I ain't that mad at you, my king. We're gonna deal with this Peckerwood because we're not letting them step in our affairs. at all. Don't run to them people for nothing. I remember my girlfriend's daughter was going through mediation for child custody and all this. I said, y'all need to take care of this shit at home. You know? Why are you asking these white people what you gonna do with y'all child? When
and they're not better parents. They're not even better parents than us. You're
Joe
going
Biden,
to somebody.
What did Joe Biden say?
Oh, he said that black people didn't know how to read.
Yeah, and he got
junky kids.
Dope fiend kids. You don't even see his daughter at all. She's so strung out.
And his little crusty, dried up mayonnaise smelling ass. Jim Crow Joe shouldn't be on the top of anybody's agenda for savior. I know there's going to be some bootlicking Negroes that none of us care for running over the campaign for this guy, but he shouldn't be on the top of anybody's list as far as to ride with for some type of savior. All right, this overall wearing cornbread eating Peckerwood has based his whole political career on shitting on black folks, taking a little bit that we do have away, and making sure that he could find a nice, comfy prison for you somewhere, anywhere in one of these states.
You know what? It don't even matter who gonna be in office. It's gonna be the same shit in our world,
right? You know? Lousy leadership, racism. I mean, nothing is going to change. Nothing. Right. Paula Walker, thank you for the super chat. Love your channel, Lisa. You're one of the best. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna go back to what I keep repeating over and over again, because I even said it to Lisa yesterday. I said they fatten themselves up for the kill. We've been won the war. When they so-called freed us from slavery and stuff, we've been won this war. And I've been saying over and over, we may see the enemy win battles, but they ain't won the overall war. Okay, we are in this space and time. They don't know how to survive. See, keeping us on starvation mode, they want us to panic with them. Oh, everything is bad and stuff. We ain't panicking. We know how to survive through this. So you did it to your damn self. They want everything to keep running smooth. So they fatten their damn self up because they're not willing to compromise at all.
That's what I love about them, though. I mean, they're not willing to compromise is what's destroying them right now.
Yeah, you think about this. They prepared for something big. They think we so stupid. We're gonna get on Lisa's channel and plot to overthrow the government. Right. We know they're listening to them. That's like when we walk in the store. We know you watching us. So you got arsenal pointed at us. But what you didn't prepare for was something that I keep seeing this an amoeba. It's weightless, it's tasteless. You can't see it with your naked eye, but it's so damn strong it can take out a whole army. They didn't prepare for that, you know. And then Trump, my son-in-law told me, since he's in the medical field, he said that Obama had set up 40 sites to deal specifically with pandemics. There were only 3 that was left. So how you
aren't even there, because Trump reallocated all of those positions. So those positions aren't there at all. That's why you're not seeing any action. If there were 3, you're not seeing no action, because even the 3 are gone.
You know, it's a lot of departments that people don't even know that's just empty. They don't even have nobody dealing with it. But see, Trump is so petty. You know, remember that situation? I don't know where he went. He went overseas someplace, and they was talking about they had to hide the military ship because they don't want nobody to see John McCain's name on the ship because it'll drive him crazy.
That kind of care about that. Yeah,
you know, that's how petty he is. You know, they was talking the other day about there's a portrait of Carter and I think Bush, big portraits. He don't like seeing them, so he asked the staff to put it in like a spillover room and then bring up some other presidents. Just petty.
Yeah. Demetrius, thank you for the super chat. Lisa, True Royal, love the channels. Thank you.
We see that's like you learn stuff from people. I never forget this Chinese dude told me. He said you're gonna see what they made of when a crisis hit. He said, as long as
I always knew. I would see them on jobs fumbling around, True Royal. And if let's say one of them had an idea, right? And the idea fell through and it didn't work. I didn't have nothing to do with that. I don't know. I'm just saying. And then if people got on them, oh no, leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's not their fault. I'm like, oh my goodness, these people are so.
But they want to nail you to the cross if you don't dot the I and just go berserk and stuff.
That's why nobody is missing working with them. You notice that? I have not heard one person in the community saying, "Man, I can't get back. I want to just get back and get around these people again." We ain't hearing nothing like that. People don't want to be around them no more.
No, they like to fuck with people. You know that what we were talking about the other night, Lisa, that brother that killed them people. He had worked for that company for a long time, and I have never heard of this. They sent him home for a while. Then he was supposed to come back and sit before these people to get fired. And he came back in there and he was very pacific and he killed who he killed. Because you fucking with him. And I learned that from an old white man. He said his father taught him that. He said, don't mess over a man's money, even if he wrong. Because you're gonna risk other people, and that's the games that they play. Because my dad was telling me he used to work at General Motors, and he used to work the graveyard shift, and he was on the maintenance crew. He was a pipe fitter. So if any pipes broke down on that assembly line, that's what he do. Other than that, you just sit there, and it just drove this old white man up the wall about that. And my dad let the white man know, you're not safe here. See, they do that dirt at work and they have a false sense like they protected. Are we so scared that we're going to lose our job that we're going to take the abuse? And then another thing, when they come to work, that's their social time. They don't come to work. They come to work to fuck with people. And then they want some little bullshit title and they just get their little jollies fucking with people. And that is not healthy. Everybody got stuff going on in their individual households. We all got bills. And the last thing you need is somebody fucking with somebody and you're jeopardizing everybody else because you're playing.
And it's that sense of being in a controlled environment. They feel like, all right, well, so-and-so will come and break it up, or they'll stop it. Well, he's the manager with it. Well, they got to do something about it, because if they don't act to it, that's all a line of things.
Yeah, they wouldn't dare pull that shit off the job. But you got to let them know on the job, I will beat your ass.
Yeah, I will beat you in front of God, or whatever the case. The Most High, I will whoop you right where you act. Where you cut up is where you get dealt with.
Yeah, and you never let them slip, even the most slightest thing. And this is what I'm gonna point out when I say slightest. They want to give you a new name. They do that all the time. They know what your name is, but they gonna, like we still on the fucking plantation, so they're gonna give you a new name. You address that shit immediately, because it's gonna go further and further and further and further.
Right. Whether it's Bud or whatever the case is, when they sitting here talking to you, and it's like, you check that shit at don't speak to me like that. Man. Call me my name or don't call me anything at all.
No, I tell them straight up, you know what the fuck my name is. You want me to call you bitch all day? Because I don't have no problem with it. I mean, you have to be extreme with these people. Because like my father taught me, he said the only thing white people understand is violence. They got to, that's the only thing they understand. But I've heard of many of people tell me, you bumping one of your white co-workers off the job, you don't even recognize them. They big shit when they on them jobs because they feel like they protected to do that.
Yeah, that's why they make sure when we get those jobs, it's like you can count black people on one hand and it's like thousands or hundreds of them. Exactly. They got it like that for a reason.
Yeah.
Knowing that they can open the doors and teach the same electrical work that you do, the same plumbing, everything else to the next black person, and probably get more out of them than they do the fucking goddamn meth heads they got laying around there. I know from personal experience, just seeing this shit.
Yeah, a white boy told me that, Santine, when I first got on a construction site and I was standing in front of a piece of heavy equipment, and the white guy, he grabbed me and he said, "Don't you ever stand in front of any of these equipment." He said, "These motherfuckers out here are tweakers." He said, "They come to work high." And I was like, "What?" I was 19 years old and stuff. He said, "You keep an eye on them. Don't get around no heavy equipment. You don't know what they may do." And he was right. I seen them tear up a lot of shit. I didn't see them tear up a lot. They let them folks get away with a lot of stuff, you know.
And they have their jobs at the end of the day, right?
Yep, they had their jobs. Mm-hmm.
Because if that was you or anybody else that looked like you, they would have been out the door.
Yeah.
Taking your license and every goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They sure will. They sure will do it. It's like my husband got dispatched off at a job. He was a iron worker, so his specialty was erecting cranes or connecting steel. And so what they'll do is they'll hire somebody on the out of work list, and then that opens up the door to bring in their cronies and stuff. And then whoever they hire out the out of work list, they'll let them work for a few days and then they'll lay them off and stuff. Well, my husband worked there the first day, and the people that hired him, they handed him a check for working one day. No, they didn't. Well, excuse me, take that back. They didn't have his check. And this company, their base is in Arizona. Arizona is a right to work state. And so my husband, it was on a Wednesday. My husband said, because they didn't have the check, just let me work the rest of the week out. Why y'all? Because they didn't get the check fast enough. Because union rules is if they don't, they have to hand you that check, or you are on the clock, or you're on the clock the whole time. If it take 5 days to get that check, you getting paid around the clock. It's no break in between at all. And the white boy said, "No, I want you off the job now." He didn't want to honor what was in that contract with the union, you know, and stuff. And they used to pushing people around in Arizona because of it's a right to work state. So what ended up happening, he let his union know what was going on, and they was ignoring him at first. And then when they realized the gravity of it, those 3 days went into 8 days. And so he was getting like time and a half, triple time, all of that. Then on Sundays, it just went more and more and more. And they tried, we was living in a gated community, and they called, and they had a special carrier to deliver it. I just listened to the message. So they were still having to pay. Oh, they was pissed. So it cost them. You know, that term we use, penny wise and pound foolish. All you had to do was let the brother work the last 2 days and just give him his check. And you end up having to pay him for 8 days. What was that? The check was $9,000 because of all that time in there, and after the taxes and all that kind of stuff. No, it tripped me out when he said, "I want you off the job now." That's how they get down. See, you know, affirmative action in the state of California was abolished, but it's not abolished in the construction field because those are federal contracts. So they have to fulfill their contractual needs where they need so many unquote minorities on the jobs and all that kind of stuff. They can't get around it and everything, and they want that money. They want that money and everything and stuff. But yeah, you don't. I remember Lisa was talking about some white woman would be always screaming at people at work. And when Lisa got her turn, she checked that bitch and she left Lisa alone. Don't let nothing slide. You got to really listen to them because they always want to come up with something. That's why I said don't even go along with them changing up your name. They know what your name is because they don't want us to name them. We'll give them some real fucked up names.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, you know, and that doesn't have anything to do with you're weak or not like that. That is, you can be the most strongest person. That shit is stressful where you have to deal with that every day. When I used to work, it was like I was going to war every day. They tried everything they could to run me off that job because they don't want us to make money. And then they'll say shit like this: "What you doing with all the money you make? That ain't none of your damn business." They always trying to count other other people's coins? Why you mind your damn business?
They do that on YouTube too.
Oh,
they do that over here. They try to get all in your money business on YouTube too, but I always block them. I don't pay attention.
No, they didn't came to me about you. You know, I didn't told you that. And I said, go talk to her about the money. That's none of my damn business.
It's none of the business of the person asking either.
Always worried about a damn penny. A damn penny.
You don't make no money on YouTube. Okay, y'all listen. You don't make no damn money on YouTube. You don't. Right. You seriously don't. Demetrius L. Flag. I work for a company that had a ton of over-talented Black people. However, none were in charge. That's usually how it is. And the ones they have in charge are very inadequate. Also, the white managers would get strategy from my Black manager, advice, changes the workforce, but would not give credit. Yeah, they always do. That's why I don't pay to help them. That's one thing I had to stop doing on jobs too. Sometimes I would have ideas on how to do things that was way better than their ideas. But I realized if I gave them the information, they're going to pretend like it all came from them. So that deterred me from helping them. And that was a deterrent for me. And it's not even worth your while. Think about it. They're going to steal your idea. You're not going to get no credit, and you certainly ain't going to get paid for that good idea that's probably going to make the company millions of dollars. It's not worth giving them that information at all. Sergeant Slaughter 21, thank you for the super sticker.
You know, my oldest son, he lives in Southern California. He went to college there too. He was working security at CBS Pharmacy, and his boss was a white guy. He said he was laid back and he was really cool, and he knew that Delbert was in college, so he set his schedule up where it wouldn't interfere with his schooling. So he had already worked there over a solid year, and he called me one day, and he said, "Oh, they transferred my boss. Now I got a new one, and she a white woman." As soon as he said that, a red flag went up in my head because I knew she was going to fuck with my son. I knew she was going to fuck with him. And she purposely set his schedule up where he would be late for work. She purposely did that. You know, she exclusively fucked with my son only because the way that I raised him and even the things that my father taught him, my son not scared of them. So it was just a whole bunch of antics going on. So one day she came to him and she tried to get Delbert to sign some paperwork. And he read it and looked at it, and he had the pen in his hand, and he took his time and read everything, and he gave it back. And she said, "You got to sign it." He said, "I'm not signing that," and stuff. And I taught all my children, you don't sign nothing. And they'll even go as far as saying, "Oh, it's not no big deal. Just sign it." They did me like that. If it ain't no big fucking deal, why you want me to sign it?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Belle Robinson, that happened to me. That's why I put this up, because you said my aunt got her entire reports for work stolen by a white man. Yeah, they're usually always the ones stealing people's work. Co-worker, and she even left her signature on the pages to prove it was hers during the meeting. They did the same thing to me. I did reporting for my whole department, and my reports were good, and I had a lot of detail in it. Well, when I left, what I did was I wiped off the damn computer because I knew they were going to try to take my shit. And as soon as I left, one of my coworkers called me and said, "The second you step out of that cubicle, they jumped in there trying to look for your work." I left nothing. In fact, I took the damn hard drive. I took the whole hard drive out so they could not get my work.
Yeah,
but they are notorious for stealing people's work.
Well, let me finish this last.
They're the smartest people on earth, but they're sitting on a job stealing other people's work. But they're brilliant, though, right?
So let me finish this. I got one little part to tell you. Let me finish this last part. So anyhow, Delbert was working on the weekends. So it was on a Sunday, and his girlfriend drove him to work. My son got to work 45 minutes early. His boss did not work on the weekends. When he got there, she was waiting for him to fire him. Well, where she messed up was he had got injured on the job, and they put him on light duty and stuff. And in the state of California, they really don't like you to get rid of people when they get hurt. What they want is you to go to the company doctor and have them sign you off. Then they just get rid of you because you're a risk and all that. So she fired my son on a Sunday and lied and said that he came to work late. So what they did was his workers' comp attorney, she took up the case and sued for unfair business practices and stuff. Because you know that's a big, huge corporation, and you ain't nothing but a grain of sand. But my point was, because I didn't work with a lot of white boys and stuff. I didn't work with some. I know they not all of them show their racism. They just they just do their job and go on about their business and stuff. It's that damn white woman. That's why I knew my son was gonna have problems, because he was not going to bend. And she was even asking the Mexicans dudes, is he telling you anything? And all that kind of shit like that. She just could not. What she couldn't get past was him being in college. That's what she couldn't get past. So you're gonna purposely set his schedule up where you trying to make it for him to get go to work late and stuff. That's why I don't feel sorry for them when they get knocked on their ass and they be screaming and hollering on the videos we seen. How many other people they did like that? These people nasty, and they man is tired of them too, because they drama queens. They sick of them.
The American dream is to work until you fall out, you pass out, you dried up, you ain't got none left. Social Security is jacked to the yens, to giraffe neck. All right, you're looking at every position that you see here, period, involved with your piece of shit government, which says, hey, this some of my bitches retarded and we don't know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're at right now. I mean, white supremacy flows heavily. All right, trick or treat, nigga, every day you wake up. But on these hands, you're looking at a pandemic that exists the heaviest here in America. All right, and we ain't received our mother.
And Santee, you notice something else? The red states are getting it the worst. The red states, the red Republican states are the ones getting it the worst.
Yeah, that Bible Belt is sold up. Bleeding red.
Is it a shocking? Hey, yo, is it a shocking surprise that the red states are getting it the worst?
Mm-hmm.
No. Fuck no. Okay. You're talking about Mitch McConnell, Trump territory. God damn it. What's that funny looking guy's name? The young one. Whatever it is, the one that was talking about there is no white privilege and all that. Matt Gaetz. Okay. Sean King. All right.
Santee, did you see what happened to Jeff Sessions? That old motherfucker was still trying to get him still out here to mess over us. I said he need to take his tired ass home. He really do.
Right. Well, look at him. Here's a Peckerwood that doesn't understand that he's in a battle with another Peckerwood.
The only thing that I like,
he lost that race.
He sure did. The only thing
that's finished. He didn't win that.
Yeah, he lost.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that I liked about that was Trump made him feel like nothing. He had all kind of names for him. He drug his ass.
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions.
But he spent his whole career cutting us in the throat, though.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the one that brought him down was somebody that looked just like him. Mm-hmm. You can't make it up.
Remember Coretta Scott King? She was so concerned. She even wrote a letter. And then just before John McCain died, he was fucking with Trump. It drove Trump crazy. Mm-hmm. Trump couldn't get around him. He would deliberately do stuff to get under his
Well, he went on Twitter and dragged him a lot. Mm-hmm. It's Keisha Ya. Thank you so much for the super sticker.
What they call him, the Keebler boy and stuff.
Yeah, he did look like the Keebler elf. Didn't he look like that? He did.
He had a little look like a damn leprechaun. Hey, Santini, did you get to see the interview of Trump's niece? You know, she got that book out.
I ain't see it. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, you can probably Google. You can probably pull it up on YouTube.
She was interviewed on CNN, and then she was also interviewed. I forget what
she looks ugly, just like Trump. She looked like Trump with long hair. That's what she looked like. Trump with long hair.
Well, I listened to the best interview.
Got his gut and everything.
That is very unfortunate.
The best interview to watch that I like was what's his name? George Stephanopoulos interviewed her for an hour.
Their names are pronounced. We don't give a damn about how their names are pronounced.
I like that interview better because she went more in depth in the dynamics of the family, but she was saying they said the N-word all the time around the house.
Trump still say that N-word all the time. You can just tell. He still do it.
What tickles me about it when they say that shit, we already know that. That's like Michael Cohen when he was speaking up at the Hill and he was talking about Trump is racist. That ain't nothing new. That ain't new to us. They act like we don't got a clue. You hear us talking.
In fact, what president was in there that wasn't a racist? And I lump Obama in there because Obama didn't do shit for us. He's lumped in there too. I don't care nothing about that.
Hey, which goddamn suspected white supremacist was it? Huh? Was it? Hey, which one was it? Was it this one? Was it that one? It doesn't matter. Underneath of the book of white supremacy means that black folks don't get shit, benign neglect. Hey, Negroes, look, I got you next time.
But you know what? You look at the precision how our father do things. After the impeachment hearings, Trump wanted to get on that Twitter, and he did it first. And it was a lot of people he was firing. And Trump is the kind of person, he don't know how to win gracefully and stuff. He'll piss you off. He'll just keep rubbing it in your face and stuff. And that coronavirus hit and it stopped his ass in his tracks. And I said, he's aging now.
Because without that, he would have had momentum. Like the momentum would have been out the gate there for him. Like you looking at even with the young crowd, period, when it comes to support of Joe Biden, they're not fucking with him. Mm-hmm. They can smell the goddamn Trump all the baloney juice, like everything.
Joe Biden, we can still smell the burning cross. We still smell the soot from the burning cross.
Trump is doing all kind of antics because in the next few months, it's gonna be November. It's gonna be November, and he gonna turn this thing around. And I like how our father waited to the last year,
right?
Literally within months, and that shit is stressful because he thought he had it.
Our father put the dumbest man in America for president. He put the dumbest motherfucker in the. and then brought a pandemic down on that dummy.
Yeah, that's gonna always be. Who want that on their name? You know, it's like it tickled me. I got Omarosa's book, and she was saying literally within weeks they discovered something about Trump when he got into office. You know, they get that briefing every day. and they get 2 briefings, domestic and foreign, and he wouldn't touch it. And they picked up that he couldn't really read. She said that they would go over the briefing, they would take one piece of paper and just put words, so they say 1 through 10 or something like that, and that's how they would go over the briefing, because he couldn't read it, he couldn't comprehend it or understand it, because you sit with your staff. I'm like, damn, did they use Crayola and big letters, capital letters and shit like that? And he got the nerve to say, I'm a stable genius. Say I'm a stable genius. And he always talking about his IQ and shit like that. But where Trump is going to get screwed at, he depends on people to do all his paperwork. And Trump don't know how to treat people right. He nasty to people and stuff. And
well, Demetrius, thank you so much for the super chat. Lisa and True, am I wrong for not voting? No, you don't need to vote up in this system. Vote for what?
You're not obligated to vote.
And Daily Reed, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you.
You know what that electoral system is supposed to work for you. That means when you go out to your electoral system, whether it's locally or you're just voting higher up, you're just talking about presidents, whatever the case is, or mayor or governor, they are supposed to work for you. They are civil servants supposed to do for you. And if these people are not going to do a goddamn thing for you as a black citizen, what is the point of your vote to push anything in any direction when it has there's no bottom line for you at the end of the day, other than another white supremacist practice racism, white supremacy.
And many of them have gotten so bold, Santee, they get on TV and tell you what they ain't gonna do. Politicians are not supposed to be doing that.
They did that. They did
do that. We ain't gonna do this. They ain't supposed to be in front of your face doing that.
Yeah, you know what? They said Trump is a security breach. When he became president, he went to a dinner party, and I seen this with my own eyes. They was at some high rise, and it was people from different countries, and Trump has some classified documents that he had took pictures of on his cell phone, and everybody huddling, looking at it. And in his first year of office, a lot of classified stuff, it don't go to his hands. Because he too much of a risk. He braggadocious. You don't know where it's gonna show up at, and all of that kind of stuff. You see the full, the full. He was his own personal cell phone, and they have a certain phone that you use. And when they make calls, they don't just make calls. It's all staged and set up and stuff. And he don't want to follow protocol. Or let's even go with his son-in-law, like you were telling me yesterday.
Why give a lazy idiot information? If he's lazy and he's incompetent anyway, why give him anything to like?
Santee, he only works 3 hours a day. He only works 3 hours a day as president. 3 hours a day. That's all he gives America. 3 hours a day.
And then he got TVs everywhere so he can keep up with the news. That's how he figure out shit, watching the news.
This motherfucker,
who this man?
He's incredible. I'm talking about this is mind-numbing pain, back-breaking work. 3 hours a day.
3 hours pretty much a day. That's all he got. He probably spends more time on Twitter than he does actually working for the country.
But I bet you that sucker age in these last few months having to deal with the pandemic.
Well, good.
The attention span of a second grader. Look, he ain't gonna remember shit. That nigga biting his nails.
They gotta put 3-letter words on the briefing. You know.
Yeah.
Three.
You don't tell nobody retarded like that. Nothing important.
You know what his attitude. You know what his attitude was. Remember when Obama roasted him at that dinner party and stuff. Ooh, you could see it on his face. I knew what his attitude was. He probably said, "Well, if that nigga can be the president, I could be the president." You know, because he feel like he's.
That's a lot of white supremacist ideology. You know what? If that Negro over there can do it, I must, because I know I'm smarter than him. You're not. You're not. All right. You are the leftover, dried up piece of mayonnaise on the counter from a week ago.
Ooh.
Because if you're a failure, let me see. Let's pick this out real quick. If you are a failure and you're white, if you're white, you're a failure already, right? Being white privilege, and you're a failure. Okay, then you're fucking done. You're finished.
He not nobody. Santine, he not the guy up Mayo. No, what he is remember back in the day, black folks would keep that can of Crisco dirty oil on the back of the stove. You know, have all the settlement in the bottom. That's Trump.
I come from that household, right? Yeah, right.
That's Trump. That's Trump.
All right, y'all. All right. We gotta go. But y'all, thank you for being on the panel. Everybody, thank you for being in the chat. I really enjoyed this conversation. We had to have this conversation with Charles Barkley and Kanye both wilding out.
Yeah.
So, we'll definitely do this again. I'm going to have a current event probably on Sunday, and I'll definitely have everybody back again. If of course, if you all got time.
Okay. All righty.
All right.
I'll definitely be here. I do my current events. Everybody's here. That's welcome. I'm going to do that specifically on Sundays, but I'll be on yours first before I do mine, or vice versa, depending on what time. If I get up early enough, then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're saying. All right, everybody. Shalom.